2, 1. Hey, folks, we're here on a fine Monday evening. What is this? November 25th, 2019. Welcome to Bouncing Brains. I am Sean Hatfield.
Is it the 25th?
It is, motherfucker. 1 month till Christmas. Get your checkbook in order.
And I'm Freddy G. How the fuck's it hanging? How y'all doing? Everybody good?
I'm good.
And joining us today, a friend of the podcast, back. It's been a year, more than a year, hasn't it, man?
Been more than a year, but it's my third time. I should get like my own like introduction, like music, like walk-in music, or theme music for this shit, right? Like
Bouncing Brains veteran, Keynote, Marcus Burton.
What it be like?
Hectic, man.
All right.
I had a country ass moment on the way over here. Like, you ever get that thing where like stray cats walk up like your windshield and like you just all of a sudden you're driving, the sun catches it right, and you just got a shitload of those paw prints going down? Like, okay, I'm the only one with stray animals in my yard. Point is, I was driving on the way over here and like I saw it and I was like, motherfucking goddamn cats. And then like I actually looked at it and I was like, that's a fucking raccoon.
Holy shit! Yeah, we were just talking about that.
Yeah, right before you came, man, there's some rustling was going on over in that truck over there, and this dude was struggling. I'm like, shit. He thought somebody was in there.
Yeah,
he thought somebody. He trying to get somebody out, and we're looking, and he's like, yo, scat. Sure enough, man, I think it's like a raccoon.
Right.
Sure enough, it's a cat, like a stray cat.
Oh, okay.
Hopped out of his shit, right, and went to the back. And I told Freddy, I was like, man, I thought it was a cat or a raccoon. He was like, no, ain't no raccoons around here. Sure enough, we got a raccoon.
Yeah, we got possums.
Yeah.
I'll tell you what, man, the first time I ever saw like just a straight up like, and there is definitely a difference between like your like middle of the woods fucking like wild animal, like the difference between like a possum like here in McAllen versus out in my fucking neck of the woods. Like, for some reason, the ones here in McAllen like always have like that fucking like cautious eye, like they're always like looking around. Ones out at my house just walk straight ahead. They don't give a fuck.
New York City pigeons and shit. You know what I'm saying? Them pigeons is bold as fuck, right?
Yeah.
Dude, I had a raccoon stroll out in front of me in fucking San Antonio, middle of the fucking city, and this thing just like walked. He gave me one of those New York like I'm walking here fucking moments, like I was bothering him.
Yeah, like give your head nod, like what?
No, not even the head nod, just the side glance, like man, fuck this guy.
Right.
I didn't know. I have a fun fact of the night. I didn't know that raccoons throw shit.
Like actual shit, or you mean like object?
No, they throw objects and shit. Like if you fuck with him and he's in front of you,
yeah.
And if there's some like nearby, like he'll fucking like chunk it at you. You know what I mean?
I didn't know that.
Dude, fuck that. They are way too fucking close to people.
I like raccoons though. They cool. I think I might have said it before, man.
They're fascinating.
Black mask, black gloves. Oh, they get into shit.
Like Kevin Hart said, man, that don't, because everything about a raccoon says criminal about him.
That's why the black gloves and black mask. You know what I'm saying?
Fuck wild animals.
So what's been up, man? You bringing up you bringing us some new shit that you've been working on.
Fourth quarter key. You know what I'm saying? Fourth quarter keynote. You know what I'm saying? I dubbed that name. You know, people say you can't give yourself a nickname. It's not a nickname. It's a mode right now. You know what I'm saying? It's fourth quarter key, and that just means, you know what I'm saying, I'm coming through clutch. Got a new song I just released with Johnny Fade. It was called Beast Mode Meets Ego. Got a new series that I dropped last week, 2 weeks ago, called Score These Bars, RGV edition, episode 1 and 2. I give a little double dose, you know what I'm saying, to get them off. You know, and then the next episode will come out Friday. Like, I'm sitting on them, you know what I'm saying? They not stopping me from putting them out. Unless one of these motherfuckers get a 1 or a 2, and they're like, yo, they want to try to holler at me and shit. That still won't probably stop me, but it was fun. It was fun reading them, you know what I'm saying? But we'll talk about that later. But hopefully I'll have, well, you know, I'm working on a little album.
Oh, you're working on an album?
Like, yeah, well, I'm gonna start.
Hey, but is it? Are you going for the album feel, or you're going for the mixtape feel?
I'm gonna go for the album feel.
Okay, cool. Is it an EP or an LP? See, man, I shouldn't even ask that because nowadays, man, the way the rap game is so watered down. Like I found out that now 10 songs, 9 songs, and they consider that an LP. So back in my day when I was coming up on that shit, like an LP was strictly the least you could have was 14 songs. For an LP, you couldn't have no less than 14 songs.
That's what I was going to ask you. I was going to say, what do you consider long playing? Because I'm going for 13. You know what I'm saying? 12, 13 tracks. Yeah, I know people's attention span nowadays
it's very short.
Not there, you know what I'm saying? And, I mean, on some real shit, I ain't trying to listen to nobody who ain't popping for 21 songs. You know what I'm saying? I know I ain't popping like that. I ain't got the recognition like that. So I'm going to keep it short. You gonna hear all 13. Be like, yeah, he's tight. Yeah, y'all want you skipping through the shit. Like, damn, 21 songs? Fuck. I mean, I won't even listen to 2 Chainz 21 tracks. You know what I'm saying? Like, I think Tiger put a CD out. 22 tracks or something like that. Like, nobody sitting through that.
Yeah, there's nothing wrong with the double album if it's good. I mean, I'm trying to think. The last double album I bought was probably Tech Nine. The what was the name? Thriller, I think. Killer. There we go. The one where he's got the fucking the straight jacket doing the Michael Jackson.
Yeah.
But to be honest, man, some of these motherfuckers are putting out like fucking 6 tracks, but the tracks are like 7-8 minutes long. So I mean, you're still getting like a full album length worth of music. But
8-minute tracks. What was back in like the 70s and shit? Like, hey, they were the fucking Prince and
Prince,
the Morris Day and the Time. Like they had songs for like 9-minute tracks.
Like the longest song that sticks with me, and that's because I partially played it at my wedding when I got married. Was Lenny Williams, 'Cause I Love You. Okay. The original cut of that fucking song is 13 minutes and 33 seconds, I think. And we played about 6 minutes and that was about it.
Yeah. I mean, they don't got no posse cuts no more anyways. A posse cut, like, you got like 8 people rapping on a track. Like, oh shit, it's a big old track. That's even too much.
I've never, like you said, I've never been a fan of that unless like you're really fucking tight with your bars. Cause I heard a Texas Takeover remix with Slim Thug.
Yeah.
But he basically, and I mean, he said it on the track that he basically put all of Texas on it. But that fucking track is literally 19 minutes long. I was like, I ain't got this fucking.
That's the thing. I wouldn't mind doing something like that, but it had to be like 5 minutes, and it ain't no 16. We're gonna do like 4 bars or something. You know what I'm saying? 8 bars. We're not gonna have no 12-minute track.
I'm trying to remember what album it was off of, man, but like somebody did it almost like a Pink Floyd thing where they had like part 1, part 2, part 3, and it was spread out through the album. I'm like, okay. I get with that, change up the instrumental a little bit, you know what I mean? Maybe slow it down, do a little remix type of thing on it.
Right.
Nothing wrong with that.
Yeah. Oh yeah, but to answer the question about the music, it would, and I think I'm gonna go to Spotify. Like earlier this year, I had said I want to go to Spotify by the end of the year, but then I realized maybe not. See what it is. I have all these cards still from what's the Vistaprint? Shout out to Vistaprint. They be keeping me tight. You know what I'm saying? So I have all these cards still. Because it took me, I ain't performed for like a year almost, since April. So I haven't been passing them out like that. So I still have a bunch of them. So I would hate to go to Spotify and then put all these cards to waste. You know what I'm saying? I had to start over. But my wife was just like, why don't we just get like a little sticker on the back? Slap on the back. There you go. I was like, yeah, it's easier. So I think I am going to go to Spotify. And I think the goal is, like, this isn't like no secret. If I say anything, it's not going to happen. Anything like that. I think the goal is February. You know what I'm saying? I think February, I'm going to release this track. I had put a preview of this track about a month ago, maybe. It sounds like some trap shit. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? But it's dope. It's dope. It's hot. And so I'm aiming for February for that. And that's going to be like a single.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? A single. And then maybe the album, maybe focus on the album summertime, maybe.
Okay. So the release of the album about summertime?
Yeah.
Are you going to have a barbecue for the album release party?
Shit, you know what? I see a lot of cats having listening parties. You know what I'm saying? And like Matt M. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Matt M. Harlingen. He's from Harlingen, man. I saw he advertised his listening party, I believe. A couple other cats, I believe they announced that their shit comes out, and so I might. It's a good idea. I didn't really think of that. So yeah.
Hey man, if you got the YouTube channel set up, man, you can do a live stream, fucking do the whole fucking deal, a listening stream, if you will.
Shit, yeah. All that sounds good. That's just ideas, man, that I'm definitely gonna consider, man, because I didn't think about it before. So y'all, that's what's up. That's what's up. Definitely.
We haven't fucked with the live stream yet, man, but we've looked at enough of the options, man. We could probably help you out with that if you need some, man. Yeah. You already have an outline for what you want to do with the album, or is this is it all still kind of
like? Do you have a theme for it, or?
Not yet, but I realized that the songs that I put out, they might not have substance. It might just display my lyrical ability. You know what I'm saying? My delivery or my songwriting ability. Not my songwriting ability, but just damn, okay, he can spit. All right, cool. But the album, it actually has songs that will have meaning. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Like there will be a song for the hometown. So there will be a song for a certain crowd. You know what I'm saying? There will be a song that's maybe for my son. So I'm actually put some time into it, because now that I have the resources to do it and the opportunity, and I can make time. You know what I'm saying? So it's all looking up. Like on some real shit. I feel like it is like I might always say, oh yeah, this is just a hobby. This is the hobby. I ain't trying to make it like that. At the same time, man, what if? You know what I'm saying? What if? You know what I mean? And
you should never, I mean, even if you do it as a hobby, the way I see it is you should never fucking like completely shut the door on, what if you drop a single and it like pops off, and what if you could like feed off that fire? I mean, we were talking off camera kind of, where like if you do have something like that, especially you as a recording artist, where you have a single that catches fire, where the money's really at, man. And I've discovered that firsthand doing comedy is on the road, man. Like and with music, that's the good thing about it. Once you get like a hot enough single, man, you take that shit on the road, and you perform that on the road, and you can stack a good amount of money just performing on the road and shit. So
yeah,
you should never close off.
You know what they say, man? If it was a fit, we all be drunk, right? You know what I'm saying? And so let's get fucked up. You know what I'm saying? Let's get fucked up. So I'm gonna go full throttle, as much as I can. You know what I'm saying? Much as I can.
You already looking at instrumentals for it, man?
Yeah, and I'll put it out there again, man. You got people who make beats out there. Let me know. You know what I'm saying? Get at me any type of social media except Instagram. You know what I'm saying? Because I fuck with words more than pictures. That's why I fuck with Twitter. You feel me?
Yeah.
So Twitter is Keynote G's 2 at Twitter. You know what I'm saying? Keynote G's 14 at gmail.com. Send me some beats, links. I'm ready. You know what I'm saying? You want your shit heard? You want your shit? Yeah. I'll eat it. I'll eat. I'm picky. Like I said, I need a catalog. I need to sit down, and I've been actually, man, shout out to Sino, right? Captain Sino.
Yeah. When
I was on that Louis Bedlam podcast, he put me in a group, you know what I'm saying, to find some beats and shit. So I've been looking, man. I saw a lot. So I'm just waiting for the right ones. You know what I'm saying?
And like, as far as your production, like because I mean, you've been doing this for a minute. So like, as far as your production, what is it exactly that, like, what's your feel? Like for you to like jump on it and be like, I'm going to put this out. Like, I guess what I'm saying, like when I used to do the rap thing, the way I used to call it was, I like my beats fat. What I mean by fat is, the closest I could get to like that West Coast Dr. Dre production. You know what I'm saying? Because he had the fat synth, he had the fucking 808, always in the back, and like that kind of, beat. That's what I was attracted to, and that's what would like speak to me, and I was able to like spit over. Like, what is it that you feel that gets your juices flowing?
Well, I realized, like, I don't know much about the knobs and shit and tempos and all that, but I learned that the BPM, I like that shit at like 82 to 100. Boom, it's got to be a steady flow for me.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like the Johnny Fade track that I got, the different style, my flow's different. It's kind of like, it's faster a little bit. I rap a little faster. And I really don't like to rap fast like that, but it sounds good. And then I think another track I did before, the style was different. It might have been a feature. Like if I was on somebody's track, I kind of like switching to their shit.
Get to stretch your legs a little bit, man.
Right. You know what I'm saying? So, I like that BPM steady. I can just boom, boom, boom. And because it gets the crowd hype. I mean, it's the beat is important for me. For one, is they're going to play it in the club. It's going to get you hyped up. Then the bars come. Some people could argue like, oh, maybe the bar should be first. You know what I'm saying? Like, cause you're spitting, but the beat catches you you hear the beat first.
Yeah.
If the beat's whack, then you be like, oh, the beat's whack. You might not stick around. Cause that's how I am sort of. But then I have to go back and listen to it. I'm like, okay, that's actually pretty cool. But, or the beat might not be whack. It might not be whack. It just might not be my speed. And it's like, oh, it's too slow for me to listen to. I don't feel like listening to that right now. You know what I'm saying? Like, cause a lot of the guys' beats that I do listen to, they're not whack. You know what I'm saying? They're not garbage. They have talent. It's just that it's not for me. You know what I'm saying? It's not my speed. I can't get to it. If I rap to it, I have to slow it way down. I have to be like, rap slow. And I don't like to rap super slow like that.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? If I do get a slow beat, then I might have to rap fast. I don't want to rap fast neither. You know what I'm saying? I want to rap steady. But it's good to have a variety though, because I do have a variety.
I think there's one argument to be made against the whole the loss of the album, the listening to the full album type of mentality that we are losing because of the single downloads and all that. Is there are more than a few tracks where on first listen I was like, again, the fucking the beat comes in, it's like I'm not really feeling this, but then after a couple times you're listening to the album over and over, you're like, okay, I see where it fits. I know why they put the damn track in there.
And there's different, like you said, there's different tastes for like different listeners. Like me, the beat's cool, but see, it's a double-edged sword for me because it pisses me off. I'll give you an example. Like if I hear a fat beat and I'm like rocking to it, but then you got some like whack ass fucking bars, it's like, it's a waste of a fucking beat. You know what I'm saying? That's one thing. So then on the other side of it, my biggest thing overall is you gotta have the bars. Like you gotta tell me something. Like you gotta tell me something that 99% of everybody else is not already telling me. You know what I'm saying? So to me, it goes back to what you were saying. Like it's more of the lyrical content. Like what are you telling me?
Well,
I'm attracted. Me personally, I'm attracted to storytellers, like fucking like Scarface and like fucking like the old Dre, and like I like to hear a story. Like I like to hear a captivating story.
Well, it's like I always remember a Jada Kiss bar. You know what I'm saying? Jada Kiss had always said in one song, he said, y'all use beats to help, we help the beats. And I was like, damn, all right, shit. And I always remember that because I might have spit on a not a great ass beat, but my bars was dope on it though. I was like, oh, shit. You know what I'm saying? But I try to stay with a hot beat. You know what I'm saying? Some dope shit.
And also it's like people like going back to the lyrical content. Then the other thing that I look at is like what is the artist saying? I look for like catchiness, or not catchiness, but a creativeness. Mm-hmm. Like for example, one of the bars that I'll never, and I wasn't big into this dude. I was never really big on cannabis, but he has one to this day, bro. He has one of the dopest bars like from back in the day on that Firm album. I don't know if you've ever jammed out to Cannabis, but on the Firm album, never forget
the AZ shit, the AZ Firm.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Foxy Brown and them.
Yeah.
Featuring Cannabis.
Yeah.
Okay.
He has that bar where he says, at 1,000 degrees Celsius, I'll make you motherfuckers melt. Fuck a record label. I appear courtesy of myself. And that's when he had that dispute with the major record label.
Yeah.
And he decided to leave. And that's when he dropped that song. And back then, it was way more relevant because a lot of people, I mean, this was like the early 90s. A lot of people were not taking chances on themselves and like branching off independent, you know what I'm saying? Because there wasn't a lot of help for like independent artists. And he was one of the first ones that like decided to like, he was already mainstream and he was like, you know, fuck these big people. I can do this shit on my own, you know, and like that's why it was like relevant. And I was like, man, that bar is fire, bro. Like, so catching is like the fucking creativeness of the fucking bar is another thing that I look for.
You said, try to say something different than what everybody else is saying, right? Same time, because everybody's saying the same shit almost. It's just a matter of how you say it. You know what I'm saying? Like, can you say what he said but say it better? That's dope. Well, that's dope. Like, you can say you can't find me like Waldo. All right, cool. But then if he said some shit about Waldo and you can't find him as iller. Yeah. Oh shit, all right. I heard a Waldo line before, but your shit was dope. So how you say it too. I mean,
and it's all in the delivery too.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So.
Yeah, thinking off the top of my head, some of Hopspin's early stuff, man, was just, I mean, he was just talking shit, and it was just a tracked kind of vibe too, and there was, if you go back and look for, like you said, substance, something that, you know, with a meaning to it, hardly any meaning. It was basically, fuck you, I'm having fun, but the motherfucker was so creative with it that, and kind of to go on the other side of that, if you listen to some of the newer tracks the dude's been doing where he's, you know, talk about telling stories, you know, he's going into the whole shit he's got with his kid and the fucking, you know, all that.
Change his topic up and now he's on some real shit.
Well, here's the thing, man. Don't be wrong. I appreciate the motherfucker's lyricism. Like, he's fucking great at what he does, man. But just like, it's like, geez, I get it, man. You fucking hate your former record label and you fucking baby's mama's a bitch. I get it, man. Right. Creative as fuck, but find a new subject, man.
Okay. Well, to piggyback off of that and to what you said earlier as well, I think that if you're a creative enough artist, like, you can make it work. One of the greatest examples I can think of is the Clips. When they were together, if you really go back and look and listen to the 3 albums that they got, they're rapping about the same thing. All they rap about is drugs and drug dealing.
Yeah.
The reason that they made it work is because of how fucking creative they recorded and made every track. But if you listen to the real substance of it, it's drugs and drug dealing. That's all the fuck they're talking about. But it was fucking dope as shit.
It's kind of like the music that I put out. The shit I put out is some hood shit. It's just about shit that, you know, shit that I experienced or shit that I seen or shit that, you know, just, it's not nothing serious, nothing like hardcore gangster shit, but just hood shit, ordinary hood shit. You know what I mean? And that could be like, oh, that's all he talks about, but it sounds good when I say it. You know what I'm saying? That's just one subject. And like I said, if I drop this album, there's gonna be more. There's gonna be different shit.
Yeah.
Like, I already have vision. Like I said before, like, I don't know. It's
and that's the cool thing about like recording a record, like recording an album, because the way I see it is like, when you're recording your album, like you're saying you're gonna put out an album, I look at it as like a canvas. Mm-hmm. You basically get a clean canvas, and you get to splatter your art on it, and then you do. It's a free open field. You can talk about whatever you want, however you want, and all you gotta do is make it enticing to your listener. And I mean, it's not that difficult if you're creative with your bars and everything and shit like that. And I mean, it's really cool. You don't have to stick to a certain thing, or like, for example, like in a movie, like a screenwriter, Normally, when there's a screenwriter, you got to stick to, like, you got to paint the vision so that the director can understand it. Then the director got to make sure he can break it down to the producer and shit like that. When you're an artist, man, it's your canvas. You do whatever the fuck you want with it. Yeah, you fuck with the producer, but the producer's just basically gonna give you a track and it's gonna be like, hey, man, that's your thing. Not unless you're fucking with Dre. Dre will fucking walk you through every single fucking bar that you write. But that's a whole different story.
Is this my album or your album, motherfucker?
Yeah,
Get
exactly.
off me.
Yeah.
All right.
And again, I've said this before, but that's why that collabo album with Dre and Rakim never saw the light of day, man, because of creative differences. They were both two great artists with their egos were way too big for one another, and that's why they scrapped. And it would have been a dope fucking album, man. Rakim and fucking Dre, dude.
Rakim was ahead of his time, you know what I'm saying? Like, they weren't ready for that.
Yeah, man, they definitely weren't ready for that.
Yeah. There's some albums that fall flat, but yeah, and there's something to be said about actually putting together like an album, the way you compose the track order. Like, I mean, you can have two songs that, you know, very similar beats, maybe similar subject matter, whatever, but, you know, you stick them at one end of the album, bookend the motherfucker. Okay, you know what I mean? You go up, you go down, you come back to where you started, type of shit. You know, have a party track there in the middle to keep the shit, keep shit moving.
Yeah.
I mean, a lot of we talked about Eminem many times on this fucking podcast, man. But the early albums where it's like he had a formula for the motherfucker. It was like, you know, we're gonna do the fucking weird tracks at the front. We're gonna do the party track in the middle, and then I'm gonna do my shit talking at the end of the fucking album.
Okay. Yeah.
And normally, for the most part, his wife was dead by the end of the album. So
True indeed.
You got to kill her off a couple of tracks before the end, just so it's like, you know.
Yeah.
Okay, now back to the guns and drugs.
But with it, like Sean was saying, with this album, like as far as the content and what you're gonna put into it, like, do you already have like a vision of what it's?
Nah, so we can't even talk about the album. You know what I'm saying? Like, we can't even discuss it because it's in the newborn stage. You know what I'm saying? It's in the fetus.
Gotcha.
You know
Just know if it gets to June and we're not hearing anything, we're gonna be like, hey man, what's going on here?
No, you go hear. You know, I talk a lot of shit. I pump my shit. I pump whoever's shit. Like, I spread love. You know what I'm saying? One thing they can't say is Keynote don't show no love. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because I do. And y'all hear snippets. You'll see little writings, little clips of some previews and lyrics. Like, oh shit, who we talking about right here? Or what's talking about right here? Or, oh yeah, you'll hear. Oh, I don't think there's anything right now that will derail me, unless, you know, barring some major incident, some tragic event. You know what I'm saying? But as far as consistently recording something and being in the studio, I think I'm pretty legit with Bloom. I don't know if you know who Bloom is. Bloom from
not sure.
The Final Burial.
I was about to ask you, like, where you recording at, but
Right now it's Bloom, man. He's been my A1. You know what I'm saying? Ever since Psychosis introduced me to him. I went to his crib with Psychosis to do a CCP track. And you heard that track, right? So I met Bloom and I just felt comfortable there. I just feel real comfortable. You know what I'm saying? And then once Mo left and I left, I got with Bloom again and just been fucking with him ever since. I think why it's so consistent is because he's the artist himself. You know what I'm saying? He has his own band, his own equipment, his own studio and shit like that. So as long as his shit stay in the flow, as long as his priority is himself, bro, I'm sure I'm in there. You know what I'm saying? I'm sure I got a studio to record. You know what I'm saying? And
yeah.
I'm cool. That's kind of been my issue since I moved down here. Since I started rapping down here, came down here in 2011. So 2014 when I started working with people and I finally found people who made beats and shit. And so it was always something that happened to the computer. You know, somebody got rid of their stuff. You know, new equipment. It crashed. So I'd always have to find somebody new to record.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And I think I found somebody legit. So shout out to Bloom, man. You know what I'm saying? For keeping me tight. You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah, man, a lot of people get, I guess, a little. Yeah, it's ego, man. But it's like, man, why aren't we focusing on this? And it's like, man, what you really want is somebody who's got something that they are dedicated to, with enough free time that you want a playmate. You don't want somebody that's going to be fucking, on your ass 24/7. I mean, unless you need that, and unless you got the resources to apply that kind of attention to it. Mm-hmm. But yeah, man, fucking collaborators, man. Somebody who has the toys to play with and has the creativity to actually help you bounce shit around.
Yeah, he's been a big help, man. Big help. He's the one that he came through clutch and put the video together for me, advertising the Score the Bars thing. You know what I'm saying? Like, on some real shit, I was just gonna do, like, I don't know if you saw the videos, the episode 1 or 2.
I saw the first one. I saw episode 1 entirely.
Yeah.
And like when I was listening to it, I was like, I was still trying to catch a drift to like what you were trying to do, and then I was like, oh, okay, I get it. You reminded me a lot of, because there's one that's out that they do it, and it's called, what's yours called?
See, that's what I'm saying. Like, I ain't gonna lie to you. I jacked it. You know what I'm saying? Like, I jacked the title. I just changed it up. You know what I'm saying? It's from BET. You know what I'm saying?
No,
BET.
see, you got yours from BET. There's something else online.
Also, I ain't the only one that stole it.
Right, I guess.
They're cool.
It's called, I think it's called, Rate These Bars.
That's my shit.
No. No, then it's not Rate These Bars. I forgot the name, but basically, they get like artists, like record, artists that have like a major record label and shit, and they give them these cards, and then they start reading, but they don't tell them who they're from, right? And it kind of like I know that's my point. That's what you're doing. And then what they do is like they'll openly fucking say like, oh, this is trash or whatever, and then you watch their fucking reaction when they tell them, oh, well, those were Big's bars, and then they were like, wait, it was like, what song is this? Because they did that to Ice Cube, I think it was, and no, I'm lying, they did it to Bun B. They were like, man, this shit sounds familiar. He's like, yeah, man, but I would have changed this and I would have said it like this. And he was like, oh, those were Big's bars. And he was like, what song is this? I don't remember Big's songs.
Yeah, man, look. You're describing BET Rate the Bars to a T. You know what I'm saying? And that's what they did. They had different rappers.
I think you know who puts it out like that. Now I remember. I think it's GQ. The magazine.
I'll have to look it up, man. But yeah. rate the. That's why I didn't know about that one. I just knew about Rate the Bars, BET. I saw that they had different rappers rate other people's bars. Remember that they had T.I. rate Tupac's, and he gave Tupac's a trash rating. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? And sometimes they would tell the person, "Hey, that was so and so." You know what I'm saying? It's like, oh shit. Like they had somebody read their homie shit. And I think it was like Drag On. You know what I'm saying? He read like DMX shit. He knew it. Oh, that's DMX. Blah blah. Right? And and they scored it. You know what I mean? And that's what this shit, that's the same topic, same concept. I was like, man, shit, let me do that. Except I won't have nobody. It'll be a surprise. So I'll have by myself. I'm saying I'll get people around me. I asked a couple people. I had a manager at the time. You know what I'm saying? He's still cool. Shout out to Jose Cruz. You know what I'm saying? But I asked some people to get lyrics from artists from here. You know what I'm saying? People from back home. Hey, can you just go to YouTube.com. Go to YouTube. Type in RGV rappers, and just grab me some random shit. Listen to it. You know what I'm saying? Give me 4 bars. Send not me, but send my wife. Send it to us. You know what I'm saying? Because she played a major part in it. My son played a major part in it. You know what I'm saying? So go to YouTube.com. Go to the RGV Baddest page, RGV Baddest Artist page. Go to their individual SoundCloud page and just give me random lyrics. All I gotta do is just read them. You know what I'm saying? My son it's the app. My son put the video together with help. You know what I'm saying? My wife, she put the lyrics on cardstock for me. You know what I'm saying? She wrote the shit out for me. She knows how I write. She knows how I get down. She knows how, she's been around me long enough to know how I can read shit. You know what I'm saying? This looks like shit I would write. You know what I'm saying? How I would write it, because She know how I get down. You know what I'm saying? So it's easy reading for me. So, it's just random, bro. As y'all can see, man, I brought some so we could talk about it and discuss it. And I'm already
that's what I wanted to get into.
I'm already disrespecting this shit.
Because well, first, before we got into that, I kind of wanted you to give us the backstory, honestly, on how you came. I mean, I know you said, you got it from BET.
Yeah.
But like, so then you just remembered, this BET, rate these bars. I kind of want to do the same thing. Is that how it came about?
Yeah, I was like, let me do something with the Valley. You know what I'm saying? I don't see nobody doing this. You know what I'm saying? And it's either it can shed light on some artists that are from here. It might seem like maybe I'm clowning some artists off over there because shit, I'm seeing it just like y'all seeing it. You know what I'm saying? Like, and I mean that because, like, I can easily look at them and be spoiled. I can go look at episode 13. You know what I'm saying? But I'm not. You know what I'm saying? I'll choose not to. I'm gonna watch it just like y'all. I'm gonna have my wife know my password to my YouTube. Just go ahead and make it public. You know what I'm saying? Make it public now. Go ahead. So once I put it out the other day or last week, a couple weeks ago, I'm watching it too. Like, oh shit. Oh, that's so and so. Because as you can see, bro, there's no name.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? There's no name. Right?
Right.
It don't show you whose bars I'm reading.
By the way, I love the logo on the back, man.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Always be branding.
Thank you. You know what I mean? So like I'm finding out who it is just like y'all find out who it is. You know what I'm saying? And I'm surprised myself. And I'm kind of like, oh shit, that's so and so. Oh, okay.
Are you already kind of getting some ideas about? I'm assuming you want to keep going with this for a while.
Maybe I got a lot of positive feedback from it, so it's a possibility. It could be a season 2, and I can have other rappers read from here. You know what I'm saying? Like I call my shit "Score These Bars" RGV edition. You know what I'm saying? So maybe if I can get other rappers, maybe we want to.
Well, you said you already had some people reach out to you.
Yeah, they want to submit their shit. They want to just, hey man, how's rate my shit? You know what I'm saying? Like nah.
Oh no, but see, no, that would take the fun out because then you know. You would
so
know.
Let's say Anti, you know what I'm saying? If Anti come or if Anti, hey man, rate my shit, and I'm like, that's a 4 because it's Anti, or I hate to give him.
Now, is it a scale 1 to 10 or 1 to 5?
1 to 5, 1 to 5, and I'll be because like I said, I've all the episodes are taped, they're already done, and I can tell you right now, ain't nobody got a 5. Nobody got a 5. The highest is
Has anybody ever rated your bars?
Huh?
You ever had somebody rate your bars?
No, I haven't had nobody. Well, I had people rate a song before when they say submit a song. Like, so I had somebody do that, some critique. I usually get positive feedback on that, you know, because I'm nice with it. You know what I'm saying? Nah, I'm fucking with you, but it was fun, man. I'll be real, man. There was some good ones. And there were some not so good ones. Like, there was some ones, a lot of ones, 1.5.
It's going to happen.
It is, man.
And so you cut it down to the half and shit.
Man, I was on some 2.3 shit. I was on some 2.6.
I know I said 5, but yeah.
Yeah, but there were some really decent ones, man. And we can discuss those too because I want to shed light on those cats that are got some good shit going too.
So I was gonna ask you when you actually work to write your song, record and everything. I'm pretty sure you work with a couple different artists, but out of all the artists that you work with, who has been your favorite to work with on a track and why?
It's a good question, man. I haven't worked with too many people though. You know what I'm saying? And I think this past year was the year I was telling myself, okay, I'm ready for features. I'm gonna be on a feature. I'm gonna have people on my shit. And I think I just got Johnny Fade for my personal track, and then I was on Psychosis's track. And
great video, by the way, man.
The Psychosis one?
Yeah.
The Certified Coochie Pounder?
Is that the one y'all shot in downtown McAllen?
Yeah, me and dude, like I like Mose, was my guy. You know what I'm saying? But I was kind of hesitant on that song. You know what I'm saying? Like the title, Certified Coochie Pounder. I don't want to rap about beating up the pussy. You know what I'm saying? Cause
it catches attention.
Yeah, but I'm grown as fuck. You know what I'm saying? I don't want my kids listen to my music sometimes.
I get
you know what I'm saying? So I didn't want to. So I had
how old are your kids?
14, 8, 5, 4, and 19 months. So they listen to it, and I had to clean up my verse a little bit. I mean, it's still profane. You know what I'm saying? I still swear and shit. I still do me. But I ain't talking about my dick or nothing like that. Like, oh, bitch, about your pussy on your... none of that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Come on. You know, but my verse was cool. But it's kind of like I didn't want to do it. You know what I'm saying? But people like it. You know what I'm saying? I know my wife hates it. She hates that shit. But, you know, as long as my bars is dope, I'm all right. You know what I'm saying? So, that was the first time I was in the studio with Mo at Bloom shit. So, I mean, it was cool. I can't really, nothing stood out. You know, Johnny Faye was fun to work with because, it was a chill atmosphere. You know what I'm saying? I really had to do much, you know, cause my verse was already laid out. You know what I'm saying? I was already recorded. I could see personally, I think it was cool for me. I don't know about for him cause he was working. You know what I'm saying? Me, I was chilling.
Nothing wrong with that.
I was chilling, but I was throwing some feedback in it too. You know what I'm saying? But it was fun, man. We was drinking and shit and partying and shit and kicking it. Faye was doing his verse. His homie was there. Ivan Gomez, man. Shout out to Ivan, man. He was there, and we was just throwing ideas, man. Try this, try that. So it was really fun to work with. You know what I'm saying? It was really fun to work with. And so those are two features this year.
Hey, real quick, because I don't want to forget. Going with what you're saying right now, you were there. You were throwing ideas and shit. Like when you lay your verses down, are you like a one take Jake, or y'all punch it?
I try to call myself one take Key. You know what I'm saying? I try to get in there and knock it out one time, one verse. You know what I'm saying? That's why a lot of my raps, I don't write them down. They're in my, I write them in my head. It's not a freestyle. I just write it in my head. You know what I'm saying? Because I don't got time. I don't have a lot of time to write. So when I get to the booth, I ain't got no paper and shit. I ain't got no book to read. I don't gotta, you know what I'm saying? I gotta read nothing. I ain't gotta get off. You know what I'm saying?
Mm.
I just go in the booth, boom, do my shit. You know what I'm saying? Man, so let's do it again. All right, let's do it one more time. All right, one more time. But it's never more than like 5 times, 10 times, I don't believe. Nah, I just try to knock it out. And that's the thing. Like, I like being in the studio when they're not charging an hour. You feel me? Like,
yeah.
Because when you charge for an hour, like, okay, here's $40 an hour. You know what I'm saying? I charge for studio time. You in a rush. You know what I'm saying? Like, you can't really kick back. You know what I'm saying? You're really there to work almost because you gotta get out. You gotta get this shit done before time's up. Man, if you getting love, like, you know what I'm saying? I get love, then it's just, we just work accordingly. You know what I'm saying?
I haven't had a chance too much to work with lyricist, but I did get a chance to record with a buddy of mine a couple months back. Went in, he had some tracks that he hadn't had a chance to. A guitarist, singer, songwriter, dude, Anthony Sober Soner. If you get a chance, we got him on an episode a while back. But he was like, "Nah, man, I'll just do one take per song." And I was like, "Nah, dude, look, I'm here. Mm-hmm. I ain't got anywhere to be. Right. We got a little bit of smoke. We got a little bit of drink. Let's just let's do 3 times at least per track, man, because." You know, even if you're like, dude, I really love that last one. It's like, okay, do it again.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right. Like when I go to the studio, man, I love it because lately I've been going on a Saturday night before boxing. You know what I'm saying? Because usually Saturday nights is locked up for me. I'm watching boxing. You feel me? So, you know, ain't shit changed, right? But so now I go at like 5 p.m. and I come home about 10 p.m. So I'm in the studio for like 4 hours, 5 hours, and we just chop it up. Not even maybe not even discussing music, man. Talking about life. You know what I'm saying? And shit like that. Like I remember one time, Bloom was talking to me, man. He was like, I was hitting him with some shit, and he was like, "Damn, man, I'm gonna have to call you Marcus from now on." You know what I'm saying? Because instead of Keynote, you know what I'm saying? I'm like, shit, I'm just dropping some little gems. You know what I mean? So, but I like to go in the studio because then, especially I like going. Well, I've been liking going the past month because my shit is done. You know what I'm saying? Like I've already recorded a few songs,
Yeah.
So now all I gotta do is go there, watch him mess around with the vocals and shit like that, or be there to add in some sound effects. You know what I'm saying? I'll put the horns here or something, or put a car screeching on it. So I'm saying, and I usually come over with some beer or something, or some trees, and we just chilling, man, chopping it up. I'm a YouTuber. I'm a YouTube. What is it? A YouTube TV guy now. My free trials are no longer existent. You know what I'm saying? I've been getting free trials of YouTube TV and Hulu Live TV since June. You know what I'm saying? Shit, time to pay for that shit now. You feel me? So I got the YouTube going, watching games and shit. Studio just chilling, man. So that's why I'm saying, like, Bloom's atmosphere, the ambiance is beautiful. You know what I'm saying? I just go and chill. I just go and chill. So that's why I've been like going lately, because I'll just go and chill. But I know pretty soon I'm gonna have to go there. I'm gonna have to start rapping again. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm sitting on about 4 or 5 songs right now. Okay. You know what I'm saying? And
so you got about 6 more to go or something.
And those aren't even for the album.
Oh, these are just singles.
Those just could be singles. Yeah. So like I'm sitting on some shit. You know what I'm saying? And that's why I always, like, I see a lot of cats putting the shit out every 2 weeks or whatever, man. Nobody got time to, I know I got time to listen to your shit every 2 weeks. Let me sit on the first one you drop first. Let me bump that one. Let me feel that one before you drop some other shit. Cause I prefer quantity. I'm sorry. I prefer quality over quantity. You know what I'm saying? And that's why you might not hear me. You might not hear me a lot, cause I'm taking my time. I'm gonna drop this track right here. Like, I don't think anybody expected the track with Johnny Fade, me and Johnny Fade. Yeah. Johnny Fade is nice, you know what I'm saying? He sings, he makes the beat, he made the beat to the track. He raps. But if you listen to Johnny Fade, he doesn't rap like me. He doesn't sing like, you know what I'm saying? He doesn't do music like me, I don't think. So people might be like, oh, they might not expect, they weren't expecting that. So that's different. That's some dope shit that just popped out. You know, the one with Psychosis, that's I don't know. He kind of raps different too, kind of darker too. So that's a different one. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm trying to find somebody kind of like me almost. And I think I know. Conscious Vibe. I don't know if you know Conscious Vibe.
I've never met him, but I've seen him on a couple of flyers.
Yeah. He's got something that you think you want to,
man.
Like, you could do something.
Yeah. I dig his shit a lot, man, and I don't like a lot of. I ain't gonna lie to you, man. You know what I'm saying? I ain't saying I'm the top shit. You know what I'm saying? I might say I am. I claim, you know, I might have a shirt that says "Hottest in the Valley." Fuck who you ask. This is how I feel. But I ain't saying I don't really believe I'm hot shit, maybe. But dude's tight. You know what I'm saying? I give the props, man, when it's there. You know what I'm saying? Conscious Vibe. I would love to do a track with him. He's old school. You know what I'm saying? He's dope. TAO, that's a posse cut right there. If I get all of them on the track, see that we wouldn't go to 9-minute songs though. I probably would have to think of some creative shit and be like, let's switch off every 2 bars or something, or every, you know what I'm saying? It's all
4 bars or whatever.
Man, that would be dope. You know what I'm saying? We have to really get together. You know what I'm saying? So them, a couple other cats though I do like. You know what I'm saying? I do like, but
and these are people that you would like to work with.
Those 2 off top. You know what I'm saying? Definitely those 2 off top. I'm sure there's a couple more maybe. But a lot of them, I don't really like a lot of them. I don't really like a lot of them. But like I said, whoever's watching this, they know if I fuck with them. You know what I'm saying? They know, oh yeah, well, Keynote fucks with me. And it's genuine. You know what I'm saying? It ain't no fake shit. You know what I'm saying? If I don't like your shit, I'm not gonna go out my way to for one, disrespect your shit. And I'm not gonna go out my way to just be like, hey man, good shit, man. Like I won't say nothing. You know, I just keep it moving. But if I like your shit, I'm gonna walk up to you for real. You know what I'm saying? Be like, hey, I like your shit, I like your song, that was dope, man. Where can I find that? You know what I'm saying? So, but I know one thing though, I'm gonna keep it real. They might like this or not, but I'm not gonna pay for no motherfucking feature. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'll be real with you, man. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I ain't gonna lie to you, cause I was gonna do a track with somebody, and they was like, well, I usually charge, but I know you do too, cause we're both good, but we'll do it just straight up. Cool. I was like, I don't charge. You know what I'm saying? I don't charge people to be on a track with them. You know what I'm saying? but cool, good looking out. I'll be damned if I pay somebody from here to be on track with me. You know what I'm saying? Nah, at all. So if TL's like, nah, man, we charge, and I still fuck with y'all, I like y'all, but I'm not finna pay. You know what I'm saying? If Conscious Vibe like, yo, this is how I get down, man. Take it or leave it, and I might pass. You know what I'm saying? And no ill will. I just don't want to pay. Not nobody from here to be on track. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And but I ain't mad if you charge. Cool. You know what I'm saying? That's your hustle. You know what I'm saying? Same thing like, yo, if you wanna, like, maybe when I get older and I say, hey, I'll ghostwrite for somebody. Somebody might laugh and be like, I'm not finna pay for no verse from you. You know what I'm saying? Okay, well, all right, well, it's there. The offer's there. Take it or leave it. You know what I'm saying? So they ain't mad at it.
And it's crazy, man, like about paying for features and shit like that. Well, I mean, like because when I was doing the rap thing, I was still very new. I was like learning the ropes. I was young and shit. I was just like everybody else. I was just trying to get on. I was trying to make the hottest fucking mixtape because back then I was putting out mixtapes and shit. And I actually paid. There was on this track, and this was back when it was 96.1 The Beat, here, and that they were actually letting Valley artists, get on the radio and shit. So I remember I was working on this single that I wanted to shop to the radio and shit. And like I said, back then I was doing it wrong. I was doing it wrong from the jump, and I was just basically what I was doing wrong was I was trying to feed off the energy and the vibe off of somebody that was bigger than me. As far as like their star was already bigger than me. They were ahead of me and shit like that. So I was like, if I get on a feature with them, or if I get them to feature with me, that would help me. And like, that's completely wrong in my point of view. I mean, if that's what you do and whatever, fine, you know what I'm saying? But I learned, the hard way. That's not the way to do it. If you, whatever your craft is, if you're good, you should bank on you. Don't bank on somebody else to make you hot, basically. So basically what I did was, the reason I'm saying that is because I actually paid somebody $500, bro, for a feature. And it was for a feature. And now let me tell you this. Let me premise this. It was a dope ass fucking feature, you know what I'm saying? I don't regret paying for the content because he delivered, you know what I'm saying? He over delivered, I feel. The reason that it was a waste of money is because at the end of the day, I couldn't clear it with the producer, and then the producer ended up dying. So then I had to deal with like the family, and then the family didn't even fucking know me. Like, they didn't even know I existed. They didn't know I rapped or whatever. So basically, long story short, I paid $500 for a song that never got to see the light of day. And that was like, it was just, and but what still kills me to this day, man, is that I know that if that track would have come out, would have been fire, bro.
I just think that when they was like, yo, I charged, they was just taking a shot. Like, shit, I'm finna just try to see if you can get some bread from me. Like, nah,
around like, I ain't this no sucker, motherfucker man. Paid me, man.
Right, exactly. I ain't finna be that fool, you know what I mean? Like,
no, and this guy, because I'm pretty sure he's still out there. I know for a fact he doesn't rap anymore. I mean, this dude did everything in reverse. So he went to jail, right? He was in jail for a while. He came out. He was broke. He didn't have any money. He never really liked working a 9 to 5. So this dude started selling drugs to fund his music career. Yeah. Funded his music career. Literally sold over 10,000 mixtapes, like, out of the trunk of his car. Saved up that money so that he could pay for school. Cause he didn't qualify for like financial aid or whatever. So he paid for school. He got his degree in business administration, a bachelor's degree. Yeah. And motherfuckers just quit rapping. He just quit rapping. He opened up his own business. To be honest with you, I'm not gonna front. I don't know what type of business he has, but I know he opened his own business. and he just never rapped again and shit. And I'm telling you because like his music popped off, bro. Like this dude was like touring around the country. Like he did shows in Miami, he did shows in New York and shit. And like he was going. So I remember, and we didn't fall out or anything, but like we kind of just lost touch or whatever. And then I stopped seeing him, and like for a long time I stopped seeing him. Then it happened that I ended up going to jail. And I ran into him in jail. I was like, no wonder. He's like, yeah, man, I got caught up in some shit. And I was like, dude, how much time you got? And he's like, man, well, they give me 4 years this time. So he's like, I'll be out in another 18 months or whatever. So, and by this time, he told me in jail, when he was in jail, he was like, nah, man. And I was like, man, you're not going to rap anymore? And he was like, nah, man, I'm done with that shit. I just wanted to save up my money so I can go back to school and get my degree and shit. I got my business to run. I just got caught up in some shit, that I shouldn't have been in. And, he was like, he was like, but I'm gonna get out. I'm gonna go back to my business. I don't want to rap anymore. And I was like, why not, man? Like you were hot. Like you were popping. Like you walked out when shit was going great. And he literally looked at me and he's like, man, he's like, that's not the lifestyle for me, bro. He's like, I'm trying to settle down, get married, have a family. And then it fucking sucks because the bitches he was with, he ended up not marrying her, they ended up breaking up or whatever, but yeah, and then in the midst of all of that, one of the guys that he used to record with, he passed away as well. He had just gotten out of jail, literally like a week later. That friend that he used to record with, like he ended up committing suicide. So then after that, he was like, I just took it as a sign just to walk away completely and leave it alone. So now I know that and I think he was originally born and raised in Atlanta, but he moved down here.
Right.
When he was young, I think when he was about to finish middle school.
Okay.
And he started rapping in high school. So then that's the only thing I was saying. Like, I'll never forget this dude because he did everything in reverse. A lot of people, like this dude had nothing, you know what I mean? And a lot of people that have nothing, they get into the rap or whatever to make it and like get out and shit like that. Yeah. And this dude made it, fucking got some money together, and this dude do it to fucking go back to school and shit. So, I mean, if that was his hustle, I mean, that's cool.
Hey,
you know what I'm saying?
A lot of nurses out there, former strippers.
Yeah.
Bro.
God bless them.
I'd like to meet one if there's a nurse out there. I ain't never met a nurse that was a stripper. I mean, at least they didn't tell me, you know what I mean?
I've been trying one of these, man. It's cool.
Yeah, go for it. I was going to give it to you, man. Yeah, I was going to give you the pack if you wanted it.
The pack? There's nothing else in there. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to try these.
I'm sorry. I thought there was like two more in there. My bad.
All right, we're coming up on the first hour right here, man.
Cool.
So you got 13 episodes for the first season of Rate the Bars.
13 left. You know what I'm saying? I had 15 total.
Got 13. Shit! You have another 13 still in the bag.
More. Oh yeah, I'm sitting on 13. Shit. This shit ain't stopping till June. It's until May. You know what I'm saying? Till May. It's going till May.
So you're dropping one once a week?
Well, every 2 weeks.
Every two. Cool. You know so when we come back, we'll get a little bit more into that.
Okay.
And then I want to get into a little bit more into that project that you're working on, and if you got any other projects.
Well, this is the project. Well, we talk about basketball and shit. You know what I'm saying? I'm looking for some players.
All right, cool.
You know what I'm saying? Because I'm not just I'm a man first. You know what I'm saying? I'm a father first. So I rap on the side, but I got my kids, man. I need some help.
Gotcha. So we'll talk about that because I'm looking for help too.
All right. Stay tuned, fuckers.
Dated his aunt. You know what I'm saying?
What, bro?
Yeah. Shout out to my pops, man. Pops was a Rolling Stone. You know what I'm saying? We live, right? We good?
We're back on,
Oh,
man.
yeah. Oh, yeah.
Put the headset on.
Everybody in the club getting tipsy. I remember that shit. Yeah. But, yeah, he's a one-hit wonder.
Yeah, that was it.
Right, right.
No, he actually put out another song. But, again...
that Hood Hop. The Hood Hop.
No, that was that was the name of the album.
No, that was song 2.
Oh, for real?
Yeah, everybody in the club getting tipsy and Hood Hop. Those are two bangers right there on that one album. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Hey, but I bet he got more money than me, though. You know what I'm saying? Shit, that one little fucking hit. Hope so.
The other ones, the other shit. We might want to let them know that we back.
I think they figured it out, man.
Oh yeah.
The other ones, what were they called? The Block Boys.
Oh, JB Black Boys?
No. The one with the fucking. They were standing on top of a house in the video.
The Franchise Boys?
Them motherfuckers.
I just guessed that shit.
Yeah, right. Those. What was the song?
Lean with it, rock.
Oh,
yeah. Lean with it, rock. Remember that shit? Yeah, I remember that shit. Yeah, that was like 2004, 5?
Okay,
No,
that narrows it down. I was going to say, if you're talking like late 90s, you're like, yeah, dudes on top of a roof. Oh, were they wearing shirts?
Yeah.
Had shoes on? Yeah, I remember that.
Yeah, man, it was fucking... Yeah, but there was a lot of one... You know who I do feel sorry for? Because I knew from the jump that he just wasn't going to take off, and he put out 3 full-length LP albums, and they all flopped. You remember Bubba Sparks?
He's still around, man.
Yeah, he still makes music.
Yeah, man. Dude,
honestly, I don't see why you would stop.
The important part is he still makes money.
Yeah, it's true.
Does he?
See, that's true, probably. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, man.
Cause after that third album, and it was titled Third is a Charm, and it wasn't much of a fucking charm.
Huh.
He had that one kind of sort of watered down hit with the Yin Yang Twins.
I don't remember. I just know that one hit that he had.
Ugly?
Yeah, and that was it. I ain't pay attention after that.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? Like, you know, but.
Yeah, I tuned in when I was like, oh, Yin Yang Twins. But they only had like 4 bars.
In the song?
Yeah, and that was it. I'm
scared to smoke this motherfucker right here, man. It's like too much like a cigarette.
It
feels too much like a cigarette.
It tastes the same, bro.
Tastes the same as my shit?
Yeah.
It's actually a little smoother than the regular Black and Mild.
Let's check it out.
Try it out, man.
I'm not a huge Black and Mild fan. I'm more of a Philly type of guy, but yeah. I
fuck with a Black and Mild, man. And when I usually get a black, they're always like, oh man, you better feel it, right? You better feel it. Like, nah, I'm gonna smoke this black because I'm a Black and Mild. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I mean?
Did you ever smoke blacks though? You don't like blacks?
What you talking about?
Cloves?
Blacks.
Oh, dude.
Bro, what you mean? I was just smoking the black.
No. The black. It's called black. These are Black and Milds.
Oh, it's like they're just called black?
Yeah.
And then nothing affiliated with this?
Nah.
No, never.
Okay.
Cause I don't smoke cigarettes. I don't smoke nothing.
No, they're not cigarettes. They're like that, but they're a lot thinner, and they got a flavor to it.
Wait, it's straight tobacco or what?
Yeah, it's tobacco.
Okay, I thought you were talking about cloves for a second. I was like, Jesus, Freddy, you go through a goth phase?
Yeah, they're from the clove family.
Ugh.
You don't like those?
No,
cloves are fine.
Cloves, cigarettes.
Cloves. You never had cloves.
Oh nah. Cloves like cigarettes, right?
Kind of.
Yeah,
it's a hybrid. It's a hybrid between like a Black and Mild and cigarette.
Nah, I only smoke blacks. That's it. That's it.
I thought maybe you would like the blacks.
This ain't bad. I mean,
no. But the ones I'm telling you about, the blacks.
I'll be honest. It smells good if you're if you're somewhere, especially if you're drinking, man. And you fucking maybe if you do a little bit of
you've
blow
had
too.
them, right?
A couple of drags,
not
man.
The clove,
it was
not the clove,
okay, not the
black.
No.
You never had a black?
I thought you were talking about cloves. No, I've never come across.
There's cloves. The cloves are that's what they're called. They're cloves, and then they're brown, right?
No, the cloves are black. The remember when Zachary was here, the all black cigarettes got the little white rim on the. Oh,
okay. Well, then that's it.
Okay, yeah, those are goddamn disgusting.
Oh, okay.
They smell fucking like that's what I was going to say. If you're in a room and somebody, you're smoking cigarettes, somebody's got a cigar going, and then somebody lights up fucking one of them clove cigarettes, you know what I mean? It adds to the smell, you know what I mean? Maybe you got some whiskey going on, you know what I mean? The ambiance. But actually smoking the goddamn things, fuck no.
I like them. I mean, I wouldn't like smoke them daily. It'll take you a long time to finish one too. So.
It smells like incense, man. and it just
yeah.
It I don't know if somebody out there wants to.
But anyway, we're gonna go back, and you said you wanted to go over the bars that you rated, huh?
Well, this is actually the ones pile probably. That's why the disrespect.
Let's go through the ones.
The ones. We can put some light on the ones, man.
I see you got here.
You have to subscribe to the YouTube channel if you want to see those 4s, 3.3s. What was the other one? Yeah. Anyway, point being is,
like I said, man, I don't know whose bars I'm reading. You know what I'm saying? As you can see, there's no name. So if I disrespect somebody, I'm sorry. If I give you a 1 and you thought you had a 4 and you're tripping, you know what I'm saying? But like, it goes back to being unbiased. You know what I'm saying? Like for instance, like if I was to, read a buddy's lyrics and I gave him, but I didn't know it was my buddy. I gave him a 1 and then I see my buddy and he's like, bruh, or he's like, damn, a 1, or he feels a certain way that I'm sorry, you know what I'm saying? I don't want to read him like, oh, that's so-and-so. This right here is a 3 point, you know what I'm saying? So that's why it's like, I don't know who it is. So if I offend you, I'm sorry.
Hey, you know what? To be honest, man, I've been a long time since I've tried to play around with writing lyrics and shit, man. But I distinctly remember like a friend of mine like showing me what he had down on the paper, and it was like, dude, what do you think about this? And I was like, man, that sounds a little bit weak. But then when it was on the beat, the way he was delivering it. Same thing with jokes, man. There are a couple motherfuckers you can read the joke on paper and you're like, but then when they're on stage, the presence, the delivery, the execution.
Perfect. That's perfect, man, because it's the same thing. Like, I read some shit. Like, it was pretty good. Then I went to go find the song. I was like, the song ain't that great. You know what I'm saying? I don't like the song that much, but the bars are cool. You know what I'm saying? Or maybe it was vice versa. Like, that was weak. Let me go listen to this song and clown it. You know what I'm saying? And, this song's not that bad. You know what I'm saying? So you're right. You know what I'm saying? So, I actually went, you know what I'm saying? And did what the goal was to do. You know what I'm saying? Like, oh shit, I want somebody to look at this, but like, oh, I felt those bars, man. What song is that? I'm gonna go look it up. You know what I'm saying? And if I had nobody commented like, yo man, who's that? So I could put in a link for them. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So I could find it for you guys and put in a link for them, but nobody asked yet. But, yeah, man, I went back and found some shit. Like, oh, that was actually pretty good. The song's pretty good. You know what I'm saying? There's some shit that was like, oh, this is pretty bad. This is pretty bad. Like,
I like the way you put it. It's pretty bad. It's really bad.
Yeah.
This is bad and you should feel bad.
Yeah. Like this one right here. I don't know who it is. Well, I don't know if I don't even have it like, this is probably,
Well, you sent me some names. Are these the same?
Yeah, but it's probably not in order, but this right here, this is driving in that red car. Hey, I call it the chick magnet. Driving around in circles, I pick her up. I drop her off. Weekend after that, girl is on to the next. Like, when I read that shit for the first time, I'm like, the fuck is that? Like, what? It don't rhyme at all. Like,
that's what I was gonna say.
Like this shit's dope right here to you? Like, this is dope? Like, that's dope.
And you said that you heard this, right? Did you hear this?
I went back and found this. This is, I remember this one. This is Hooligan Nation. And like I said, some I don't even know these guys. You know what I'm saying? Some artists I do recognize. Like, okay, this is so-and-so. You know what I'm saying? I heard him before. Like, I read Mike Melt's verse. Shout out to Mike Melt, man. He goes hard, especially in the battle scene, man. He's no joke when it comes to battle and shit, but I read one of his bars. And I remember hearing it because they advertised it on RGV Baddest page. So I checked it out when it came out. So when I read it recently, I remembered it. I was like, oh, okay, this is Big Homie. You know what I'm saying? All right, man. And luckily it was a good verse. You know what I'm saying? Luckily it was a good verse for me to score because I had no problems with Big Mike Melt. You know what I'm saying? So, but he went hard. But some of these guys I don't even know. You know what I'm saying? Like this was Hooligan Nation, or Hooligan Thugs or Hooligan Nation. Like they're from Harlingen. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. You know what I'm saying?
It seems like there would have to be like some heavy like mispronunciation on that just to even get the rhyme scheme right.
Yeah. Like this one right here. I go that deep. She love this fat meat. She call me big head and call me Daddy. She let me clap cheeks. Her boyfriend mad at me. He gonna talk all that shit, but he won't scratch me. Now it flows well, like oh shit, it's steady,
but
cool,
it's not
making sense.
It makes no fucking sense though.
That has a foundation, but it's not polished.
It's not. Yeah, I don't. It's unmoving.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying. Like
that's a great way to put it, man. Like it's unmoving.
Yeah, you know what I mean. Oh, this is one of my favorites right here. And once I found out who it was, I knew right away. Like I said, I don't know. You already know. I think I've been on here before a couple times, and I might have mentioned how I don't like other races saying nigga and shit. You know what I'm saying? Right? So this is one of the ones. And I didn't know who it was at the time until I found out watching the video. You know what I'm saying? So you tell me this is dope. All right? Y'all niggas know it's me. Fucking with me, then you're losing. You're losing, then you're bruising. You're bruising, then you're cruising. I'm cruising down the 80 highway. What you want to do? Y'all niggas hating me anyway. Gotta get the cheddar, then I gotta get the money. Then I'm climbing stupid dumbins. Then I'm climbing to the top and you're climbing to the bottom. Like what the, like, that was dope?
No.
I see straight faces over here like, man, and once I found out who it was, I was like, yeah, there's a reason why I didn't like it. You know what I'm saying? So that probably got a 1. You know what I'm saying? Like, what else we got? This was corny, right?
And again, that was unbiased. You didn't even know
unbiased. I didn't know who it was until when I saw it. I know who he was, and I was like, yeah, we're gonna dig up old shit with this one. Let's not just go ahead and move past. You know what I'm saying? So this one right here is corny, cheesy, right? Last night was kind of like a movie. I was with some thotty and she let me grab her boobie. Wasn't trying to trace the gravy because I ain't about the cooties. Damn girl, only if you knew me. I remember reading it.
There's no.
I can appreciate a silly lyric. If you're trying to be silly, be silly. But
okay.
Yeah.
But there's I mean, maybe it's just me, but it kind of reminds me of that Bill Burr bit when he was on Kill Tony, when he got pissed off that they were judging. And he was like, where's the punchline? It's not funny. It's not.
Right.
That's how I feel. Like, there's no. Like, I mean, it rhymes. Like, he's not. He or she, because I don't know who the fuck it is. Like, they're not making sense.
No, this right here's a guy. This is fresh. This is a guy named Big Poppy Fresh. And he's fresh. He got good style. Like, when it comes to clothes and shit like that. He probably like one of the fucking, like, he likes to dress nice. Probably with the fads and shit, the wave. Everybody dresses alike. You know what I mean? I mean, his name is Big Poppy Fresh, so he probably likes to dress fresh. But them bars is weak. And I remember reading it and I was thinking the dopest lines from here was last night was kind of like a movie. And damn girl, only if you knew me. All the 2 bars that was dope. Other shit, booby shit, like, I don't know, man. I'm too grown to rap boobies. In a verse. Boobies, you know what I'm saying? And cooties. Come on, cooties? Like, we in second grade, bro. Right, exactly. Yeah, hey, we got cooties, man. I didn't want to catch cooties. And I don't know what chasing the gravy is. I still ain't figure what that is. Like, once I read it, and then I saw it again live, and it still don't click, the gravy. I don't get it.
I'm laughing because in your face right now, when you're saying it, I can see your level of concern. Is like, I still don't get it. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't
get it, man. If there's gravy involved, something has gone wrong somewhere along the way.
Tell me about it, man.
Yeah, man.
Tell me about it. So those are the duds. Let's just call it what they are. They're duds. They're fucking duds. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? And that's they're not very good at all. It's episode 2. Like I said, there's no names. I'm reading this right here is actually the good one, I think. This is the good ones, man. Let me show you these good ones. Cause when I advertised it, I did say like, I ain't trying to clown nothing like that. I want to put nobody down because I know how hard it takes to write some simple ass shit sometimes. You know what I'm saying? For some of these rappers, man. But I don't want to clown. But so we move on from the negative shit. if they're re-looking at that, they know who they are. They know whose weak ass bars those are. You know what I'm saying? So we're gonna shed light on some positive shit. You feel me? So like dope shit. Like this guy right here. I'm getting sick and tired of this question. Since you coming from the bottom, who you repping? Since you talking pushing weight, who the connection? People acting like the police get to stepping. That's straight.
Yeah.
You think it was straight?
Yeah.
It was straight?
Yeah.
Simple to the point, man.
Simple to the point.
Simple to the point, but it makes sense.
Right.
Yeah.
Like, do you understand what I'm saying with the other ones? Like, some were rhyming, but even if they were rhyming, like, the context was not making sense is my problem. Like, that was my biggest problem with the other ones.
Yeah. So that's dope. And this one actually got a what? What you got? It's Thugly Man. Shout out to Thugly Man. I don't even know the dude. Actually, I know him. I mean, I've heard of him through the circuit, but I never met him personally.
You
He's
get
from
one
Brownsville. 3.
Ugly Man got a 3 out of 5.
3 out of 5. That's dope.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because I think I base it down like this. If it's a 1, trash. We not trash. 2, it's cool. It's all right. You know what I'm saying? It's bar. It's simple, but it's not whack. Could be better. Unmoving.
Mm-hmm.
3, I like it. 3 point whatever, I like it. You know what I'm saying? 3.5 is all right. 4, that's dope, yo. Straight, I definitely fuck with it. 5, whoa.
Like you said,
Nobody got a 5. Nobody got a 5. But that don't take away from the. That don't take away from the skill, though. You know what I'm saying? So Duke got a 3. You feel me? So that's dope. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Ugly Man, got a fucking 3 on my new series and shit. What else we got here? Real shit right here from I remember this one. Quest. Shout out to Quest, man. You know what I'm saying? So, you see what I'm saying? They can never say Keynote don't show no love. Because this is my episode, and I'm shouting out the love to everybody. You know what I'm saying?
Word.
So, Quest.
Wait, man, Quest not on here.
He ain't on there? Check it out. Don't you tell me that you're down and then not show up. When it's time to go to work, your phone is blowing up. Ignoring all my calls. Why you show no love? I helped you get into that spot where you be posted up. Like, right? Like, right? So so the way y'all nodding and shit, you know what I'm saying? That's giving me, you know what I'm saying? Like, okay, I'm doing it right. Because I showed you the weak shit, y'all wasn't feeling it. But I'm showing you some shit that is pretty decent and y'all actually agreeing. Like, okay, that is pretty good.
Yeah, like the last two.
You give him a 3.5.
3.5 for that. Because it's real. It's to the point. You know what I'm saying? Like, I can picture it. Like, I'm blowing you up. You know what I'm saying? I'm calling you. You ain't answer my phone call. What's good? I'm saying, oh, you were there posting in the club? I helped you get into that spot. You going to disrespect me like that? Bam.
Well, I think this goes back to what you were talking about earlier, Freddy, about like, a little bit of a story and whatnot. Like, I want to, like, that makes me want to know what the rest of the fucking verses are.
Yeah,
like,
exactly.
It makes me want to hear the rest of it.
Yep, exactly.
Which leads me to the next thing, which when you do that, people will want to listen to the rest of your fucking album. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. Like, that's the way it should be, man. And today, we're not getting any of that shit.
If I got everything you're about in the first verse, then you fucking, you need to get some more shit.
Right here, though, this is my favorite.
Out of all of them?
From the ones I read so far, I believe. Don't get it twisted. My intelligence is relevant. I stay focused on the prize of dead presidents. Spit so many bars I constructed a prison. Put my life up in these rhymes from the start to the finish. What you think?
That went deeper.
That's conscious vibe.
Yeah, man.
That's who I want to do a track with. I have a perfect instrumental for him already. I just got to reach out to him. You know what I'm saying? But what I give him? A fucking 4?
A 4, yeah.
Dope. That's dope. That's shit I want to hear like that. I want to hear shit like this. I don't want to hear shit like
the gravy.
Bruh, I don't want to hear shit like this. Let me find another one. I don't want to hear shit like you already know. You know what I'm saying? I don't hear none of that weak shit, man. That false shit. You know what I'm saying? That fake gangbanging shit or that fake riding around on rims type shit or I get this and that and it got nothing really. Like, I don't want to hear that. I want to hear some shit like this. You know what I'm saying? Like, bruh, perfect example. What'd I give this one? That's the crabs in the barrel. Protect what you have where you at. Keep it sterile. The halls of who to trust are becoming very narrow. So leave as a king, but rep as a pharaoh.
Okay, that I dig, man.
You dig that one?
Yeah.
What'd I give it? That's C Styles.
She's 2.5.
I gave it 2.5 because I was like, okay, I mean, it was straight. To me, it was straight. I understood everything. The crabs, like I explained on the video, the crabs in the barrel. You know the mentality. Mm-hmm. I said we had the same kind of mentality in our culture as well. So I relate to that. You know what I'm saying? Protect what you have where you at. Keep it sterile. I probably would have used a different word I probably wouldn't have said sterile.
Okay,
I mean?
That's what caught me, man. I actually like that line. I understand a lot of people get irritated with like the mixed metaphors and whatnot, but like I like the multi-layered approach to it. You know what I mean? It's like don't dumb it down for the audience. Keep up.
No, but I gave him a 2.5, man. And when I read it, I didn't know who it was until I went back and saw the videos. Like, oh, that's C-Style. I know C-Styles personally. I see him at shows and stuff. I mean, did he expect the 4? I don't know, but that's how I felt. You know what I mean? So like, but it's decent. It's not whack at all.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So
no, it was good.
Yeah, it was dope. But this one right here is different, bro. This type of shit that I wouldn't mind listening to as well. So I've been going crazy lately, losing everything in touch with me. And you don't understand because you just fuck with me. The thing is, you can walk away, but I am stuck with me. Bringing all the pain traversed by the demon that abducted me. And they corrupted me. They brought me to my knees. Showed me these visions of tears right before I bleed. Right? And I was like, oh, shit, that's different. That's different. I ain't never heard anything like that before. Spit here.
Nah, but see, like this is what I like where they start deep, and as you continue to listen to the bar, like it gets deeper.
Yeah.
Like I want some shit that'll make me think. You know what I'm saying? That'll like
So yeah, and I had to go back and find out who it was. I was like,
who was this?
This is actually, this is Chronic Doom. You know what I'm saying? I've never heard of Chronic Doom before. You know what I'm saying? So I had to go back and like type in, I think it was RGV, the baddest page. I went and found Chronic Doom. I was like, oh, that's different from what we usually hear here in the Valley. You know what I'm saying? And what'd I give him?
3.3. A 3 actually.
I like it. You know what I'm saying? I like it. But one of the favorites though. Wait, what did I say? Mike Mel?
I think we did Mike Mel.
Yeah, Mike Mel.
Mike Mel, you gave a 3.3.
Because he said this, man. He said, I abuse the power of hatred. This culture's sacred. I'm chopping heads, but these mumble dreads keep trading faces. Replaces lack of urgency. Certainly the only certainty of third degree. Burning me to rip up MCs urgently. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's tongue twister right there. Like, yeah, obviously I gave him a 3.
3.3.
Obviously, we've heard as an MC, we've heard urgently and urgency before. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? Rap together before. Certainty. You know what I'm saying? We've heard this before. But the way he was spitting, I've heard it. I've actually heard this one before. I rated it. You know what I'm saying? And it was dope. I was like, oh shit, you snap with that. So yeah, we heard those words rhyme before, but the way he said it was dope. So yeah. So that's basically the gist of the whole shit, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, we're not gonna go through all of them because we basically did almost. You know what I'm saying? But that's basically what the series is about. And so hopefully more people tune into 1, 2.
I think, and normally when you put out these videos, how long are they?
Bruh, they're short. You know what I'm saying? 6-7 minutes, man. 6 minutes. You know what I'm saying? 6 minutes.
How many are you doing per episode?
Shit ranges from like maybe 5 to 6 artists. And I'm reading bars from over 50 of them. So think about that. There's 50 rappers, at least 50. That I'll be reading different ones. You know what I'm saying? 50 different rappers. You know what I'm saying? And there are repeat artists. You know what I'm saying? I've on the upcoming episodes, I recognize a couple people's shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, I think I read somebody's Calco. Shout out to Calco. He got bars. He can rap. You know what I'm saying? I do remember scoring one of his shit. I think he got a high score. So you have to tune in to find out what that score is. But there's also some more whack shit on the way. So, you know what I'm saying? Just stay tuned for those low scores as well. You know what I mean? So, yeah. It was fun.
That's pretty badass, man.
It was definitely fun.
And
man.
who, when you're filming the episode, who's recording?
That's what I was getting at earlier too. Bloom came through in the clutch, right? With the video of me advertising it, and he used the camera, computer, all that shit. Because I just ran the idea by like, hey, man, this is what I'm about to do, man. Can you just record me real quick from my phone? You know what I'm saying? Just record me from my phone. I'm gonna introduce my little series coming out in a couple of weeks. Boom. He's like, well, let's do this. I was like, all right, shit, bet. You know what I'm saying? So we did it legit. You know what I'm saying? It looked pretty cool. So then I was thinking to myself.
So you got a trailer, right?
Yeah.
So when you Is the trailer already out?
Yeah, of course. I'm not gonna put the trailer out after I put the show out.
No,
Right? You know what I'm saying? Like,
no. But I'm saying, is it out now? Because I didn't see that.
Yeah, it's out. It's out. You know what I'm saying? I can tag you in it.
Okay, cool.
I don't know. I don't think I put it on YouTube. I think we put it on Facebook. So it's on.
I didn't see it.
It's on my Facebook page too. You know what I'm saying? Keynote G's. You know what I'm saying? So and it looked cool, right? It looked cool. And then when I was thinking to myself, like, damn, my whole series is just my phone. You know what I'm saying? Like, oh shit, like, is the response gonna be the same as the video? Because they like the video, they like the introduction video. Now, is the response gonna be the same? Because I'm just sitting, you know, on a stool reading with the games going in the background though. Like, I want to be something different. Like, I got Michael Jordan playing in the background. You know what I'm saying? I got AI balling in the background. You know what I'm saying? I think I got Kobe in the background while I'm reading this shit. So there's little games going on and shit. You know what I mean? So, but it looked dope. Once I saw the video, I was like, shit, I ain't worried about it. It looks cool. The lyrics are on the screen. You can read along. You know what I'm saying? So you can, because you read along, see who it is. You know what I'm saying? You can see who the artist is. You know what I'm saying? I don't see it because I'm just reading it. You all see it on the screen. And I see it on the screen once I drop the video.
That's actually pretty dope.
Yeah,
dude.
man.
Yeah.
I mean, it's just like the Rate the Bars BET. You know what I'm saying? I just want to do the RGV edition. You know what I'm saying?
That's pretty badass. Dude.
Yeah, and it was fun. It was fun reading them. You know what I'm saying? And I did find some artists that, well, so far, you know what I'm saying? Like I want to work with Conscious Vibe. You know what I'm saying? I wouldn't mind doing a track with, shit, I don't know who else. Who else was dope? See, Chronic Doom was dope, but I don't know if I could do a track with him because it was different kind of styles. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Right. So, but
and normally when you collab with somebody, like, can you walk us through the birth, through the finished product of the collaboration? How does it work for you?
Well, like I said, I've only had two this year. There's one back in the day. Do you remember a dude named Abraham from Teleperformance?
Yeah.
He sings. Well, he was on a track with me one time that I actually released. But that was like a few years ago.
Yeah.
I was talking about like new shit just this past year. It was Mo, you know what I'm saying? Psychosis, that CCP track. And then, but for my own track, it was Johnny Fade. And that was, how that came about was, good question, man, because he has a song, that's why I named the song Beast Mode Meets Ego, because he had a song called Beast Mode. You know what I'm saying? And when he performed it, I liked it. I was like, oh, that song's dope. And I just got to thinking, this is when I was on my hiatus and shit. Like, I was just going to the shows, you know what I'm saying, checking them out, checking people out. I was like, I like that song. Let me see if I can write something to it. We'll do a remix, Beast Mode remix. And he was interested in it. And, but then I got to thinking, let's just do a whole new project. You know what I'm saying? We won't do the remix. Let's just do Keynote featuring Johnny Fade, and we'll call it shit Beast Mode Meets Ego. You know what I'm saying? Because he's Beast Mode. That's his song. And you already know I talk shit. I come to shit, so I'm the ego. My motherfucking ego. You know what I mean? So it's Beast Mode meets Ego. You feel me? So, and I just, he actually, cause I wrote the track to his beat, to his Beast Mode track. And then he actually said, you know what? I have another beat. I said, oh, let me hear it. So I heard that beat and I'm like, oh yeah, I like this one. Let's use it. Let's do this track. And he actually made the beat himself. You know what I'm saying? So I was like, bet, you know? So, I had the verse, said, can you come up with something? He said, yeah.
So when you wrote your verse, you wrote it on your own, like you wrote it over here separately and then you took it to him, or did y'all sit down and write together? Or?
I wrote it separately to his shit. And then, you know, he brought it to me. He brought his shit to me. And that's when he came to the booth. And that's why I didn't have to work that night, you know, at the booth, because I was just like chilling. My verse was straight. He was doing his verse, and he was actually with me, you know, I think doing it. And, I mean, he might have been doing it by himself too. I think he might have been doing it by himself as well. But then when he came, he might have switched up a little things or whatever. But basically, we might have wrote it separately, but I think it's still on the same topic. You know what I'm saying? And I think, I want to shoot a video for this one.
I guess the reason that I was asking that was because I was trying to find out like when you do a feature, you feature with somebody. Like, is there a process for you to write and record that feature as opposed to like when you write your own verses for your solo like singles or projects?
Is the process the same?
Yeah.
I'm not quite sure. Like I said, I don't have one. Basically one that I wanted on my song. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, Psychosis wanted me on the track, so I jumped on that Coochie Powder track. You know what I'm saying? And, but for my shit, I wanted him on it. Process probably might. I don't know. I don't think I quite understand. You know what I'm saying? The question maybe like
Like as far, cause like for example, like way back in the day, I did a couple features too, but the way I would do it was like two ways. Either I did it once where I was like we were both in the same studio,
Okay,
we were
yeah.
together, we were both listening to the track, so we both listened to it, let it marinate in our head or whatever, and then we kind of wrote. But he wrote like he was sitting across from the table with me or whatever. And then I was there, and we both wrote, and then we compared verses or whatever, you know what I'm saying? And I didn't tell him, well, you changed this or you changed. We just compared, and that was it. Another feature that I did was kind of like you were saying. They sent me not a completed track, but they sent me the hook, and they sent me the first verse.
Okay.
So what I did was I wrote my 16 bar verse, nitpicking from the first verse and the hook. And what I mean by nitpicking is not taking anything from his bars, but just like the subject. I wanted to make sure that I was on the same subject that he was.
No, I haven't been with anybody to write, together the beat. But one thing I don't want to do is I don't want nobody to email me their verse. You know what I'm saying? Excuse me, because anybody can do that. I can be like, yo, let's put my verse over here to so and so. I'd rather work in the studio with you. You know what I'm saying? Rather let's get together. And put it together. You know what I'm saying? Even if you already wrote your shit and I had to come through and write something, or vice versa. You know what I'm saying? I'd rather be in the studio with us and let's knock it out here instead of emailing here's my verse. You know what I'm saying? And
Right.
I want that. The togetherness, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So, I've done a couple of writing projects, nothing that ever got off the ground, unfortunately, but trying to like short stories, working on a script with a couple of friends, and there's always got to be that at least initial. Maybe you do it at the end, and maybe you write like you put down some stuff, I'll put down some stuff, and then we'll meet in the middle and then try to work it together. But there's got to be that collaborative effort to it. That I've tried doing that, like email back, like I'll write a chapter, I'll send it to you, then you write the next chapter, and like at some point it just kind of you lose momentum that way.
Okay, yeah.
Next thing you know, you're off in the woods somewhere. It's like fuck this, man.
All right,
just hit delete, motherfucker.
And cool, man. I think that that project that you embarked on, I think is a good idea. It's fun. I mean, it sounds fun. I was having fun listening to that shit, but I was having fun with it because it kind of brought me back the days of like when I used to write like raps and shit like that. And to be honest with you, man, like as I was listening to you read those whack ass like raps and shit, it kind of made me reminisce when I used to write, and I was like, man, like some of the fucking shit that I wrote was whack. But to be honest with you, man, to my own defense, when I was writing this rap, man, I wrote some of these raps as young as like when I was 13. So I was 13 and 14 years old when I was, putting these rhymes together. Yeah. Now, something that I can, and it sucks because I can't prove it I can no longer prove it, but at least something that I can pride myself in is that even if my lyrical content at the time of 13 and 14 was whack, something that I never missed was at least my raps rhymed all the time. because the rhyme scheme was something that I got down like from the jump. And I was mad. Like if I had a bar that I was trying to work out and I couldn't get anything to rhyme with it, yeah, I would scrap the whole bar. Yeah. I was like, I'm not gonna, cause that was my Nick pick. Like, I wasn't gonna write a bar. No matter how hard it was or I thought it was, I wasn't gonna write it down and put it out if it didn't rhyme. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, it got to rhyme for me. Yeah, it's got to rhyme.
It's got to rhyme.
I don't care if it's hat, cat, rat, and bat. You know, it got to rhyme at least. You know what I'm saying? Like, come on, make it make sense. You know what I mean? And I'll be reading some of them shits, and I think I made it sound better. You know what I'm saying? Like, oh shit.
And then
I can find it. Oh, damn.
And then I remember as I got, because we all know, man, like whether it's writing or whatever, the more you do it, there's no way around it. The more you do it, the better you're gonna get at it. Mm-hmm. So I remember, like, I just used to write, right? I used to write, and I used to use 16 lines with 16 bars. So I would write the first line, and then at the end of this line, I had to make sure that the second line would rhyme at the end of that one, right? Yeah. So then after a while, I kind of got good at that. So I was like, okay, so how do I challenge this format? So what I started doing was I started my bar. I wrote this bar, and then I had the second bar that I was going to write. It had the first word had to rhyme with the last one.
Of the bar?
Of the previous bar. And then the last word had to rhyme with the last bar is the last word on the first bar as well. But it would also had to rhyme with the first word.
So it'll be like, so you're saying it'll be like,
I'm trying to think.
Hold on. So it'll be like, shoe boxes in my closet, dude, you.
Yeah.
Is it like that?
Yeah.
Like that? Oh shit, that's tough.
Yeah.
That's tough.
Yeah.
Man, that's tough.
Again, man, that's why it would take me 2 hours to write 16 bars, you know what I'm saying? Like 2-3 hours, 4 hours.
That's tough.
Yeah, man.
Damn.
And then again, you gotta.
See, I might have to fuck around and try that one time. I'm like, oh shit, let me try that shit. Oh shit, man, it's tough.
What? So, on top of all of that, I go back to what I said earlier, the first time right now earlier. Like, on top of doing that, I always had to make sure that it rhymed, right? Yeah. But that's why sometimes I think back, and that's why I say my lyrical content was kind of whack. Because I'll be honest with you, because some of the rhymes were really, really like a lot of cat in the hat type of shit. You know what I'm saying? Like,
well, 13, 14.
Like, I was 13, 14 and shit, and I was talking about shit. Well, back then it was like I was talking about girls. You know what I'm saying? Because that was what was around me and shit like that. And then I started to get real dirty when I lost my virginity. You know what I'm saying? Right. So that's when I started, going off.
2 Live Crew type. Yeah. Freak nasty. Uncle Luke and shit.
Yeah, man.
Right. Do the VH1 behind the music. And then Freddy got some pussy.
Yeah, man. Yeah. So I remember doing that shit. But something I never forget is I never forgot that my number one goal for every rap that I wrote was like, it gotta rhyme. It had, no matter what, I'm not writing that bar down, unless it rhymes.
Yo.
Now, you know what? And I just remembered, I can actually prove it. I can actually prove that's where my rhyming scheme, like, that's the way it was. Because I don't know if you know it or if I told you before, but I actually released a book. I published and released a book. It was a poetry book.
Okay.
And it's still out now. I mean, it didn't do so hot, but anyway, if you go back and read the poems in that book, bro, same thing.
They all rhyme.
They all rhyme.
I had a homeboy, man. I hate to make fun of him, but you know what I'm saying? Back at the crib, man. Shout out to Darian Guy, man. I'm gonna put you on blast, homie. It just goes to, he ain't a rapper though, so we be getting drunk and just be, we freestyling shit, right? But it'll be funny, man. Cause it goes, cause about not rhyming. Like, this is legit a freestyle from him. All right, he'd be like if we just chilling, right? He'd be like, oh, yeah, I'm chilling with this water bottle on the table. Got the black box here. Oh, got the phone right here. Got this leaning back in the chair. I'm here. Ooh, and when he rhymes, ooh. It won't rhyme at all, but when he surprise himself with a rhyme, like, oh, you know what I'm saying? Ooh. I'm like, oh shit, D, go get it, boy. So yeah, man, those are good times when we was freestyling. Yeah. In his defense, man, we just drinking. He's not a rapper. Yeah, that's it. But yeah, it's got to rhyme. It's got to rhyme.
There have been a couple tracks I've come across that are close to free verse in the sense that like it won't. Like each line won't rhyme, but like at the end of the fucking verse, you know what I mean? And then the next verse will tie into it.
And then the other thing that I started doing, but I didn't like doing it because I thought it was kind of cheating, which is not, because if you go back and look at like real poetry and real poets and shit.
Dude, I was going to say, I always favored like a mixed verse where the first line and the last line will rhyme, but then the middle syllable will rhyme with the next line.
That's where I was going.
Almost a crutch in a way because it gives you can play a little bit more.
Well, that's where I was going. Like then what I tried doing, but I didn't like it because I felt like it was cheating. And to me, it was a lot easier. And I believe, if I'm not mistaken, and I'm sorry if there's any true poets out there that can correct me, but it's called ones and threes. So that's what they call that rhyme scheme. So basically, you got your first bar, and then you got your second bar, right? And the first bar doesn't rhyme at all with the second bar. You rhyme the first bar with the third bar.
Yeah.
And then you start over. To me, that was like fucking 80% easier. Because I had a 1 bar leeway where it didn't have to rhyme, so I could say whatever the fuck I wanted. You know what I'm saying?
So it'd be like if me, Sean, and Freddy be chilling around the table, cars rolling by, shit, they flying. Then we come through with something able.
Yeah. Exactly.
Okay.
Exactly.
Okay.
See, isn't that easier?
I don't like that though.
No, exactly.
I'd rather have boom.
Yeah, I don't like it because I felt that it was cheating. Like because bro, all my bars are rhyming. I want all my bars to rhyme. You know what I'm saying?
I also like this though. When you're like, all right, we just chilling at the table. Something able. You know what I'm saying? That's another way I like. You know what I'm saying? It rhymes in the beginning. Then boom, rhymes at the end.
Well, that's what he was saying.
Okay.
Where it
also when you rhyme in the middle of the verse, so you're doing
okay.
Like you're either rhyming on the first line, on the first word or the last word, but also you're rhyming the middle of the verse as well.
So to close out what I forgot something. To close out what I was saying about rhyming, about starting my first word, the first bar, rhyming at the end, and then rhyming the last word with the beginning. You know who I got that from, and is prolific to this day at doing that? Eminem.
Oh yeah,
Eminem. I got it from him. I hate it because I don't want to butcher the bar, but he has this great bar, and I think it was even on the Marshall Mathers LP, the first one, where I don't remember the bar, but it's something picked up the orange. Something picked up the orange syringe, and we went, something like that. And he has 3 cadences, 3 rhymes. It ends with a rhyme, and the next bar starts with a rhyme. But it's like boom, boom, boom. Like he doesn't even give you time to like catch it. You literally have to play it back. Because when I heard it, I was like, "Well, what the fuck did you say?" Like, and I had to rewind it because you didn't give me time to catch it.
Yeah.
And like that's the shit that I like.
I like bars like that too.
Yeah, but it's hard. And then I also like bars like Hope's bars, where he said, well, one's very simple, where he said, and that's because I'm not a businessman. I'm a business man. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? And a lot of people, like, to this day, it, like, flies over their head. He's telling you he is the business. You know what I mean? Right. And there's another one I was thinking of, and it's just fucking, like, it slipped my mind. But the reason I point him out is because he's the only one well, not the only one, but one of the few ones that's still out today that still has those like even double entendres and even triple entendres within like his raps. You know what I'm saying? And it's really hard to like add metaphors and similes all within the same fucking bar. There's only so many words, you know what I'm saying, that you can fit in a bar.
Right.
And like, but him and Eminem make use of every single word in every single bar, you know what I'm saying? So it's, and a lot of people now, they're not doing that, bro. They're just Percocet and Percocet and Percocet.
I listen to rappers who sell drugs, not do them. You know what I'm saying? Who sell them shits. You know what I mean? Like that.
That's funny. That's a good way to put it, bro. That's a good fucking way to put it.
To be fair, man, you got to dig through a hell of a lot of. If you're just talking straight poetry, even, man, you got to dig through a hell of a lot of garbage to get to anything that's worth.
Yeah, that's worth reading or like fucking listening to, man. It's fucking
like a homeless person doing their trash. Finally found that one thing. Like, oh shit.
I went.
Makes you glad you stuck around at the open mic.
I went from grams to Grammys, bricks to billboards. Like,
the opposite.
The opposite. Shit, man. I was like, yeah, man. Yeah. Cause shit, there's some crazy shit. And, like, that rhyme, it's very simple.
Yeah.
Like, as far as the rhyme goes. But, like I said, the double entendre, the double meanings that he put into it, it's like, fuck, dude. And to top it all off, going back to what you were saying earlier, people that really know Hov and tend to forget, none of that shit's written. I saw a documentary, and I'll cap this off with that. I saw a documentary once where, cause he would tell everybody, like, I don't write my rhymes down, but I'm not freestyling, like I write them in my head, and they didn't understand, like, that he really meant, like, I write them in my head. So they actually got, like, some kind, like a neuroscientist, and he allowed them to, like, look at his brain when he was, like, doing this shit. And basically, long story short, the conclusion of that said the neuroscientist, not Hope, the neuroscientist said that musically, he has the ability to memorize 160 bars of music at one time.
Wow.
And that's why he can do what he does. And he said, the scientist said that it's a gift. He's like, it's like 1 in a million that can actually.
Well, okay.
I'm one of the million then, because that's where I got it from.
This kind of goes back to what you were saying, and you're right as far as like the modified rhyme scheme, the 1 and 3, like it's a crutch, but that in itself was a method that was kind of brought about through the necessity of memorizing all of that to be able to say, like, I'm fascinated by like the origins of certain, like, let's say poetic traditions. And if you ever read about like the Scandinavian skalds, man, these motherfuckers would basically go sit in the woods by themselves for like a month or so. You know what I mean? Eating mushrooms and fasting and shit. And they didn't even fucking have paper. You know what I mean? So all that shit is, yeah, man, it has to rhyme, because the rhyme is the only way that you can memorize, you know what I mean? Like, if you know this word and this word, you go, okay, I remember what the line is in between there. You know what I mean?
Yeah. To end that rhyme, because I didn't want to chop it up and butcher it and not end it. I went from London, Japan. And I'm straight off the block. That's how we ended up that whole bar.
Like a running back, man, straight off the block. Yeah. No, but yeah, that's what I said earlier. Like, when I go to the booth, I'm just going off on my head. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's not a freestyle. I made the song on my head. And because when I heard Jay-Z say that shit, I'm like, nah, there's no way you're freestyling the whole album like that. You know what I'm saying? And I was like, yeah, right. And I tried it. I tried to make a song on my head. And then I did it.
You got to have memory for that shit, bro.
Looks like I do. You know what I'm saying? Because how else do I go on stage? How else does any rapper go on stage really and memorize this shit? If they don't have that, they don't have that backtrack as a crutch.
No,
you know what I'm saying?
But that's different though, because again, it goes like to us as comedians. Like, well, I mean, I'll speak for myself, but like, see, the reason that I know my jokes is because I wrote them, and then after I wrote them, I recited them over and over and over by myself. You know what I'm saying? That's like over and over and over and over and over. And then I can go on stage and be like, hey, set up, punchline. But I didn't like sit there and I was like, you know what, this guy goes to the store. Like I thought of it, but I didn't go through the whole premise and the setup and the punchline in my head. I had to write it down, see it, read it back to myself before I was like, okay, this is how it works. And then verbally say it and be like, oh, okay. Yeah, I would never be able to like just riff it off like that.
Well, if you ever watched any of those the acapella freestyle battles, man, where they're going like without a track, so like they're pretty much choose your own beat at that point, and creative motherfuckers. You hear some like just like God, like poets basically, man. But you do get a sense with a lot of these motherfuckers if you ever stick a beat on it, now go on stage and perform exactly what you just said on it. There's going to be some difficulty involved.
Yeah, that's why there's different. That's why there's different type of rappers. Obviously, when people say, "Oh man, let me hear a freestyle," man, I ain't gonna freestyle shit. I'm not a freestylist. Like, you may have to get me in the zone or something. But right, if you ask me to kick a freestyle right now, nah, I'll pass because I'm not. Like, I might be clever, I might be quick, but I don't want to sound basic as fuck. You know what I'm saying? And so I'd rather just create a song. You know what I mean? And I prefer that.
And then you got people that are like straight up like prolific with that freestyle shit. Mm-hmm. Like one that I never forget, man, is that just mastered that shit was KRS-One, man. That dude off the top was just like fucking and. My biggest thing is like, okay, he's going off the top, he's rhyming, but my next question is he making sense? Mm-hmm. And he's got like all three of them down, you know what I'm saying? And it's just, Busy B was another one.
You brought up the Notorious B.I.G. line earlier. Well, not the line specifically, but like, a lot of the earlier tracks you go in and listen to there, and if you pulled out like individual verses, like, that's not that strong, but okay, go and listen to it in the context of the actual verse and the actual track itself, and you're like, okay, I see what the man's doing. Yeah. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Indeed.
Hey man, so we're coming up on the second hour here real quick. I think we got about 9 or 8 minutes left, but you wanted to talk about the basketball.
Well, yeah, I know you've been getting me on the show. You've been trying to get me on the show for a while, for the past year, and I always like, I'm busy, man. It's because, for one, the music and shit, you know what I'm saying? But like I said, I'm also a father, and I've been focused on basketball for my kids, and so it's a short subject, man, I've been, if there's any people out there who have 8-year-olds, 3rd and 4th graders or whatever, and they want to play basketball, or you want them to try a sport, try basketball, I'm open to working with the kids, you know what I'm saying? Because I want to get a team. Because for the past summer, like for the past years, we've been going to the rec center. Every year, rec center, the rec league. It's yearly. Until just this past year, I found out that there's like AAUs. You know what I'm saying? Something similar to AAUs, like traveling teams and shit like that. So I got my kids into the summer, few summer games and stuff, and it's serious, and it's way different from the rec center. You know what I'm saying? The rec center is kind of more friendly. You know what I'm saying? The rims are adjusted to the kid's height and shit like that, and the rules are you gotta stay inside the 3-point line and play defense until they cross. You know what I'm saying? And that's the rec center. And with those teams, like, I'm not a coach. You know what I'm saying? And my wife tells me I should stop saying that, you know what I'm saying? Because I don't look at myself as a coach. I look at myself as just a father, you know what I'm saying, who coaches my kids. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know if I want the responsibility yet to be like, okay, hey, this is Coach Burton. You know what I'm saying? It's Coach Marcus right there. I don't know yet. You know what I'm saying? I'm a little scared. I don't know. But when it comes to the rec center, I just sign up, coach my kids team. And that's just a random roster. And it's based on schools. You know what I'm saying? So the school area. Bang. I got a lot of kids from my kids' school. You know what I'm saying? But when it comes to these traveling teams, they're able to pick whoever. That's why when it comes to the rec center, bro, we're playing against kids who have been together. You know what I'm saying? Since second grade.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So they've been playing for 5 years together. I never get that. I always get random kids every year. So there's never no cohesiveness with our teams. You know what I'm saying? So with these traveling teams in the fucking rec center, the summer programs and shit, summer games, I can create my own team. You know what I'm saying? So what I've been struggling with is finding committed parents. You know what I'm saying? Committed parents who really want their kid to get better. You know what I'm saying? And who want them to enjoy the sport. You know what I'm saying? And when it comes to the rec center, I'm supposed to play those kids. First, second, third quarter, everybody shares equal time. You know what I'm saying? Fourth quarter, you play to win, substitute to win. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, all right. So if these kids don't come to practice, I have to play them anyways. They pay their money to, you know what I'm saying? If they don't come to practice, I got to play your ass anyways. And your kid is sorry too? Like, bro, come on, man. Get them here. You know what I'm saying? Get them here so we can work with them. Because I always get kids who don't play the game, who don't like to play the game, or who never played the game before. You know what I'm saying? You know, and who might want to learn. Every year it's the same. I get those kids who are not the parents who are not dedicated. You know what I'm saying? So with these Sunday games, these, you know, traveling teams, I just want my own team. You know what I'm saying? Like I tried this past summer to get some parents. Like I said, some weren't committed. Some of them were, but I don't have enough. I probably have 4 right now. I have 4 committed parents. 3 committed parents. Me is 4. You know what I'm saying? So I still need 1 more. So you know what I'm saying? If y'all,
so you don't need the 2 subs?
No, I know I do. I'm saying, but like I'm saying, like right now I have only 4. Yeah. And that's what I'm looking for. I need a few more. I need 4 more kids who, you know what I'm saying, parents who, you know what I'm saying, oh shit, let me give them a shot. I want my kid to play basketball. I need somebody to work with them. I'll work with them. You know what I'm saying? And not only will I work with them, I also get paid to work with one. You know what I'm saying? Like one parent has enough belief in me, you know what I'm saying, that, and it makes me feel real great. You know what I'm saying? It makes me feel real good. Wanted me to train his child, you know what I'm saying, one-on-one this past summer, over the summer. So I met with him twice a week. And we did drills. This is my son's teammate. And since he goes to my son's school, he's going to be with my son the whole time. You know what I'm saying? So by the time they're in 7th grade together, 8th grade together, boom, I already been working with them. I already work with my son. Boom, that's what. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. So we good there. So for him to have enough trust, enough belief in me, enough confidence in me to work with his son, I'm grateful for that. And I see that maybe I do have some kind of future in training or coaching or something like that. And it's just something that I never grew up wanting to be a coach. You know what I'm saying? I never thought about that. You know what I'm saying? So my thing, you know what I'm saying? If whoever's listening, you know what I'm saying? If you got children, 2nd grade, 3rd grade, 4th grade,
I know somebody that they have, they're playing football right now. Mm-hmm. But and he coaches the same thing. His boys little league or whatever. Mm-hmm. And I'm thinking I'll just let him know and see if by the time the basketball season starts, maybe if he's interested in that.
Shit, even if you got a high school like a 14, well actually a high schooler, man, because I have a 14-year-old too, and we actually had a little team this summer. They were reliable, but I think something happened and, you know, kind of split up, but. So my son needs a team too. I mean, he has his own team with the varsity, you know what I'm saying, idea his school. But like when it comes to these traveling teams, you know, he can use some teammates. Because at the same time, I was trying to get his teammates that he was going to be teammates with this year for school to come run with us. But none of them wanted to, you know what I'm saying? They was on their own shit. And that's what really kind of fucks it up too when you don't have kids that are dedicated to the team. Mm. You know what I'm saying? Because my son, I know how much work my son puts in. I know how much work both my sons put in. I know how much work I put in for my sons. You know what I'm saying? So for them to, you know, go to practice and shit and get with their teammates and then to find out their teammates ain't pick up basketball in 2 months, bro, you know how irritating that is? You know how fucking disappointing that is? Like, we out here busting our ass in the morning, 5:30 in the morning. Y'all ain't even touch a basketball in 3 months. Yeah. And now when it comes to game time in 2 weeks,
everybody want to play.
Y'all finna get blown the fuck out. That's what's going to happen. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Y'all going to get blown the fuck out because there's no togetherness. You know what I'm saying? There's no chemistry. You know what I'm saying? You know, and I think with this team that he's on for school, I don't mind it. You know what I'm saying? Because it's different. It's different because in 7th grade and 8th grade, like, I ain't gonna lie to you, my son's pretty good. So in 7th grade, 8th grade, there might have been some jealousy, you know what I'm saying, with other kids. So they was trying to like ice him out, you know what I'm saying, like not pass to him and make the dumbest pass and cause a turnover. You know what I'm saying? This time it's the opposite. They actually kind of like look for him. You know what I'm saying? Like, okay, you know what I'm saying? And I'm actually surprised about it because I did have doubts because he is 14 and he did make the varsity team. He was the first pick that they picked. So that means he took a starter. He took a backup player. He took a backup player's position, spot. Cause his backup player was going to be the starting point guard this year. He's a junior. So last year he sat on the bench. Oh, he 6 man, came in for the point guard, and point guard left. So now he's thinking, oh, it's my turn. You know what I'm saying? But then here comes my son, took his spot. So I was thinking, oh shit, they're going to be icing him out even more. He's a freshman. These guys are older, upperclassmen and shit. But now that's actually different. They actually kind of look, turn to him. I'm like, cool. This might be an okay year. But it's just that he did have some games the past couple of weeks that I wasn't really impressed with. You know what I'm saying? And I, you know, it's hard to get behind. It's hard to fight for somebody if you're fucking up. It's like, I can't get on the coach if you ain't making no shots. If you're hesitant, if you're not even shooting. You know what I'm saying? If you're not even shooting, I can't be like, yo, man, coach playing, blah, blah, blah. Cause I text the coach. I text him, I say, hey, man. Cause I'm not one of those parents, man, who get into altercations and shit with the referees or other parents. You know what I'm saying? I don't really do that. Cause I record all my kids' games. So I don't think anybody wants to hear me yelling and shit all the time or this fucking voice all the time. So I'm quiet. You know what I'm saying? I'm quiet. I record the shit. But his very first game last week, it didn't count. It was a scrimmage. Right. But, he played terrible. Oh, he played terrible. I was so upset. And I'm yelling, Angel, what are you doing? What are you doing? And it was funny because I had these kids over here, who were kind of gassing up the kids, you know what I'm saying? And gassing up means like, you know, like bigging them up when it really shouldn't be, you know what I'm saying? Like one kid did something and he made the layup, but one kid was like, yo, that's all day, so-and-so, that's all day. I was like, no, it ain't. Don't lie. That ain't all day, man. He's been getting shut down. Don't lie. Don't lie to these kids out here. You know what I'm saying? Keep it real with them. Keep it 100 with them. You know what I'm saying? Stop doing that same old move. Why you shoot that shot? You know what I'm saying? And what's good is because coach actually likes my input. He wants my input. So I'm going to give it to him raw. I'm going to give it to him real. I've had enough. I've watched enough games this past couple of weeks of your team that I'm going to tell you some shit. You know what I'm saying? And it was funny because after that game that I saw, I texted the coach. I said, hey, man, I don't want you to think that I was yelling at anybody on your team. Just my own kid. I was disappointed in his gameplay. I don't know what that was. He ain't ready for this shit. Bring him off the bench. I said that. Bring him off the bench.
That's the most annoying part when you get these motherfuckers in there, they're yelling at the coaches and the referees, and it's like, and what conversation are you having with your kid when they get off? Yeah. You know what I mean? It's like, no, you should be starting. They should have, given you the ball.
Brings us off the bench, man. And the coach responded like, hey, man, I don't know what's up. I don't know what I saw. That's not what I see in practice. You know what I'm saying? Because he does good in practice. Yeah. So, but just
where can I get in touch with you for it?
Well, like I said, I'm not even really sure to go full throttle with this coach shit. So, but to reach me, like you already know the rap shit. You can find me on Keynote G's Twitter, Keynote G's 2 Twitter, Facebook page Keynote G's. But to shoot me an email, man, it probably would just be. Let's just go with shit, man. Let's just go with let's go with rummiddleton2@gmail.com. RUMMIDDL. Matter of fact, no, fuck all that. Text me. Shoot me a text. 956-329-9627. Shoot me a text and say, yo, I caught the podcast. I'm interested in, either you working with my child or putting my child on your team. Just call me. Text me. 956-329-9627. I need it. I need kids anyways. You know what I'm saying? So let's make it happen. I want a strong team because I see these kids play. And I can tell they move. I can tell how long they've been together. Like, wow. You know what I'm saying? And I always get the kids that are stragglers. You know what I'm saying? So it's a goal. It'll be a mighty accomplishment if I can win. You know what I'm saying? Win something.
Hey, I was just having this conversation the other day, man, talking about basketball and football, and like basketball is definitely one of those games where if you can have the strong athlete that can basically drag his team with him or her team, no hate, but if you got that teamwork and the chemistry already there, it not only does it make it so much easier, it allows for so much more to be done down the line. Yeah,
and then like both my kids, they're different. Like my oldest one, he was more of a point guard facilitator. He would always pass first, right? And I'm like, stop passing. You know what I'm saying? Stop passing so much. You have to know who's on your team. Right? Like, why are you passing this guy in the corner? He's not even a 3-point shooter. Then you pass him and he shoots a 3-pointer. And he airballs it. Like, what? You have to know your IQ. You know what I'm saying? So I gotta teach him to kind of be more aggressive. But with my 8-year-old, all this motherfucker knows is get buckets. That's all he knows is get buckets. My 8-year-old gets buckets. You know what I'm saying? And like, I honestly, for the rec center, I think my goal, like my dream would be to win the title, the rec center. You know what I'm saying? 'Cause it's seasonal. You know what I'm saying? It's seasonal. That would be a triumph. You know what I'm saying? And I feel like we've been doing the rec center for 3 years with my 8-year-old. You know what I'm saying? Since 5. And on some real shit, not to brag and all that, we've outshot every team for the past 2 years. We've outshot every team. And the one shooting is my son. You know what I'm saying? And he's not making them. Or he is making them. You know what I'm saying? So he's like, it was his layups. Like, it was his layup. Like, he got a jumper. He could shoot. But it was like mid-range shots. I didn't know, damn, I should work on his layups. Like, I thought it was just common sense. A layup, 1-2. Nah, he would run. He would get a steal, rebound. He'd be the fastest one on the court. Then he would pull up for a free throw. Like, bro, go to the basket and make a layup. You know what I'm saying? Go to the basket, all the way to the basket, all the way. Why are you pulling up, Brick? Or why you pulling up, Swish? All right, cool. You know what I'm saying? Because he can hit. But we could have won. And I put it all on him. His fault. He fucked us up. He shot too much. You know what I'm saying? Nah, but no, he carried a team. Like when you say he can drag his team.
Right.
I don't gotta teach the killer instinct with him. You know what I'm saying? You can't teach killer instinct. All I can do is get my older son better. He has to develop that himself. You know what I'm saying? But I don't gotta teach it with my other one. He knows. Get buckets. You know what I'm saying? And that's what he does. So don't let that scare you off. He will pass. We're working on that. We're working on the passing. You know what I'm saying? Which is funny because the very first thing we worked on when I started working with him in basketball at 5 was passing, dribbling and passing, because you can't shoot yet. It's too high.
Right.
So we every day. You know what I'm saying? We throw passes off the wall at certain spots. He knows how to pass. Right hand, left hand, bounce pass. You know what I'm saying? All that shit. He knows how to pass. But once that game comes, he don't pass. You know what I'm saying? Once 6-year-old, 7-year-old, he don't pass. And I think I know why. Is because he doesn't get the opportunity to pass. Because he gets the rebound, he takes off. And all the kids are trailing him. They're always following him. So he beats everybody out there, and it's like, okay, slow down, 1-2. Don't pull up. You know what I'm saying? And so we have to work on that. We're working on it. Like I said, I'm not a coach. I'm learning too. You know what I'm saying? So if you like what you're hearing and shit from Coach Marcus, you know what I'm saying? Then holla at me, man. So
gotta train these kids.
Help a brother out,
you know what I'm saying? We can make some noise with the basketball. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, man. And by the way, I do want to personally thank you, because I was actually talking to somebody with the owners that are helping me put the charity event together that I was telling you about. I've just become, like, and I'm not going to sit here and give you a sermon and shit, but I've just become so appreciative of, like, people like us that do shit for like the community and shit like that, man. So I just wanted to just simple and say, man, thank you for caring about kids that ain't even yours. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And that means a lot, man, because a lot of people ain't doing that shit. You know what I'm saying? So thank you for that, man, and that's one of the reasons as into why I took on this charity project as well, because this is actually going to be for underprivileged kids that don't have the means to have like a proper Christmas. Okay. They don't have like a Christmas tree. They don't have toys or anything like that. Right. So all the money gathered, you know, for this for this event is gonna go to purchase toys to donate to a charity so they can have a proper Christmas.
That's what's up.
That's beautiful. I slow down in school zones.
All right.
Go ahead and give them the contacts one more time, man, so they can find you.
You find my new track and any other tracks at soundcloud.com, Keynote G's, KeynotegZ. Twitter, KeyNote, capital G, Z2. Email, KeynoteG's14 at gmail.com. The Score These Bars series, go to YouTube, type in Keynote, establish Keynote EST 2014 or Keynote G's 2014. I know it's Keynote G's established 2014, EST 2014. You'll find it. My phone number 956-329-9627 if you're trying to get in contact with the coach. Me. Ladies, don't call my number. No, I'm just joking.
There's the ego.
There it is. You know what I'm saying? What else, man? That's really it. You know what I'm saying? Facebook, Keynote G's, KeyNote, capital G, lowercase z. It's always big G, little z. Don't get it twisted. It's not Keynote Jeezy. You know what I'm saying? People say that sometimes. Keynote Jeezy. No. It's Keynote G's. Keynote's the name. The G's is just, I'll be real with you. It's Nas shouted me out. Nas, Nasir Jones. You know what I'm saying? He was like, in one song, he said, blow Keynote G's and it's still Gucci luggage. And I was like, oh, it's Keynote G's. It's fine. Nah, but it's Keynote. Because I think there's more than one Keynote. You know what I'm saying? I think there's actually a battle rapper, some white cat, I think from Australia or something, named Keynote. He's a battle rapper, you know what I'm saying? And so, but Keynote wouldn't let me just put Keynote on SoundCloud. So I put Keynote G's in reference to the Nas shit, you know what I'm saying? So, but yeah, man, Keynote G's, no Keynote Jeezy, SoundCloud, Twitter, cool. Facebook, top 3.
Looking forward to the episodes of the Rate These Bars, man.
Yeah, for real.
This week, this Friday, episode 3, don't miss out. Cause I'm trying to see who I'm trying to read too. You know what I'm saying? Cause I remember reading them. I just don't know who I read. So,
dude, I think it's going to work, man, specifically because you have an enthusiasm for the lyricism.
Cool.
Like, just watching you read the cards right now on the podcast, like, it's like, all right, cool, man. That's got legs behind it. You can run with that.
Thank you. Yeah.
Ready?
Y'all can find me across the board on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter at Freddy G.
You can find me at hatfieldstandup@gmail.com as well as Hatfield Stand Up on Facebook and Twitter. If you'd like to listen to any of the audio versions of these episodes, you can go to shoutengine.com. Shoutengine.com/bouncing brains. You can find the video versions on YouTube under Bouncing Brains. Please hit subscribe if you enjoy. We'd like to actually get that custom URL. You can also listen to audio on Google Music Play, Stitcher, and every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, rgvtitanradio.com at 9 a.m. New episodes every Friday. Enjoy, like, subscribe, share that shit around.
And until next time, keep it tight.